Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 92 of the Red Force podcast. My name is Eric Talado. Joining me today is Christian Talado.
Now, am I upset? Yes, running around trying to get technology to work all morning. Turns out,
ladies and gentlemen, I come back. The setup is not the way I left it.
It's not. It's different.
And here lies the issue.
We got Eric brought the good camera back.
I set up the show.
Yeah.
With a 3-screen system.
Yeah.
For a reason, Christian.
I don't want 3-screen system. But here we go. The problem was the camera.
Yeah.
Requires USB 3. It took us an hour to figure that out. Alright. And then go down GB. No one knows anything.
Yeah, it is 2019, Christian.
Yeah.
How do you not have USB 3?
Because I built this computer in 2015. Before USB 3 was
just slapped
the real deal.
Graphics card in. Is that what happened?
Yeah, just, gonna have to upgrade the USB port to my computer to get the technology to work.
Okay. Well, there it is.
Thanks to the patrons, we get to buy new technology.
Alright.
So, you want us to get new technology, you know what to do.
Alright. Shout out to the patrons.
Shout out to the patrons.
$1 will get you the audio version of the show early.
Yep.
And $5 will get you the video. Now, how early, Christian? Some hours early.
Some hours. Now,
10 hours, 12 hours. Less, more.
We did
amount.
a YouTube premiere last week.
Yes.
How do you think that went?
I think it went alright.
Went alright?
The usual customers didn't comment on the video because they commented on the live stream, Christian.
Which doesn't comment on the video.
So maybe we won't do premieres anymore.
We can just go live.
We'll just release the video.
We'll just go live at some time.
Sure.
Alright.
Enough of that, Christian. What a chapter. What do you want to say? What can we say?
This is why you read One Piece.
We thought we weren't going back because we were like, what are they going to do? And Oda's like, I'm just going to give you the bounties. For no reason, really.
I'm grateful. We're grateful.
Oh, it's absolute lunacy.
Best case scenario.
Ridiculous situation we got here.
Sure.
23 years, people are asking, what is Roger's bounty? And we have it. 23 years of anticipation. Now, Christian, 25 years of anticipation when Luffy meets Shanks. And
he's got to beat him in 2 years.
And your mind
I can't handle it.
will explode.
No one can handle it. No one can handle the hype of this chapter.
Oh, no one can handle it at all.
Called Ultimate. Chapter's called... The chapter...
It's called Ultimate.
It's called Ultimate.
Now, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I thought, what happened to everyone dropping One Piece, Christian?
Now everyone's back.
Oh, we're back.
Now,
Act 3.
People are acting like this has nothing to do with Wano. And never mind.
Okay, we'll get to that in the chapter,
All
Christian.
right.
We're not there yet. What else has been going on? We got a One Piece we got a One Piece episode this week. Luffy versus Hold'em. Will they give Luffy the source? They didn't give him the 2 in last week.
Or the week before.
Or the week before.
With Batman.
So maybe. Christian, they're just dishing out episodes to external studios. Clearly, everyone is working on the Kaido fight.
Is that your theory?
That's my theory.
Alright. Kaido fight coming up.
Because last week, American studio dished out the episode.
American studio?
American studio.
Is that the first time?
I'm not sure about the history about that.
Okay.
But
there's not enough studios in Japan to get One Piece done. They have to outsource it to other countries.
That's right.
And people complain about the quality.
Was it good? Was that episode good? No, it was not good.
Okay.
Okay? But, same company, Christian, did when the episode where Bruno met King Crimson for the first time got fucked up. So I'm confused about the quality. Maybe they didn't have enough time. Maybe the timelines are fucked. Expected.
Yep.
Okay. But anyway. Anything else going on in the One Piece landscape, Christian? Except for Absolute Mania.
The ghetto revelry happened.
What is this ghetto revelry?
It's Virgo and his friends.
Oh, okay.
When you get an invite.
Shout out to Virgo.
Shout out to Virgo. Virgo upset that he didn't get an invite.
Virgo's still salty about the last revelry.
Virgo upset that he didn't get an invite to the real revelry.
How could we forget?
He doesn't invite us.
The Joy Boy debacle.
Yeah, upset about didn't get invited to the revelry. Didn't invite us to the ghetto revelry.
Episode 100, Christian.
Okay.
Coming fast. Coming hard. Will it be better than the revelry? We'll have to wait and see, Christian.
You're gathering people.
Oh, we're working on gathering all-star guests, Christian.
Okay, all-star cast.
All-star cast that gel well together as well. I'm not looking...
Would you say it is looking like episode 50.
It's maybe perhaps even better than episode 50, Christian. I'm getting characters that know each other well.
Okay.
That have chemistry.
Good chemistry.
Combine with each other. Know all the theories of the community.
Exactly.
Know all the speculation. Aren't in their own bubbles, Christian.
Alright.
We're looking for a good time. Look out for episode 100. Now, will the new intro meet the deadline? Everyone's asking. What I'm planning, Christian...
You're not working on it. You're playing WoW.
Well, how could I work on it with a mere laptop here, Christian?
Alright. You're not working on it.
I have no equipment.
Alright. Well, you got some equipment.
I've got no equipment here, Christian.
Okay.
But what I'm planning will surpass all expectations.
Will it be better than the Luffy versus Kaido fight?
My goal
Yeah.
is for the people who view this to not be able to tell the difference between real anime episode and this intro. Now, what anime episode, Christian? There's many different qualities.
Exactly. There's many different styles.
I'm talking about top-notch quality.
Okay.
I'm talking about Snake Mavericks category quality. We're talking...
Now, you do have not a lot of time for this.
Now, of course, there's not a lot of time, so maybe we won't hit the deadline, Christian. But quality is coming, and I promise...
You promise quality, okay.
Okay?
Let's get into this
Alright.
God tier chapter.
Christian, I'm stoned because I'm not ready. It's like what King Recon said. Alright?
Yeah.
Shout out to King Recon, go watch that video of his reaction. We are not ready. We do not deserve this information. I agree with him. I feel like this isn't real. I feel like I've been spoiled.
Let's go. Let's get into it.
Alright.
Chapter 957 Ultimate. What a title. Already knows. It's for no reason called Ultimate. It's got nothing to do with
It's got nothing to do with anything.
It's just called Ultimate. He just drops Ultimate on us. Alright?
Everyone is here.
Exactly. Alright, so where do we start? Fujitora, Sakazuki, sweatiest man on the planet.
Sweaty this chapter.
Oh, he's very sweaty this chapter. They're talking. Sakazuki, not convinced getting rid of the war system was a good idea. Now.
Okay. Seems a little bit hasty on Fujitora's part. To just
a little
jump
risky,
in blindly.
Fujitora.
But he has seen the SSG in action.
He hasn't seen anything because he's blind, alright?
Well, he's heard about it from Vagabond.
Okay,
Perhaps.
so...
Maybe they have Haki signatures, Christian. We'll
shit.
talk about SSG later, though, of course.
Alright, so Fujitora's putting his faith in the SSG. Now, what do you think this stands for? I've heard Super Soul, Super Science.
It could be some Japanese stuff. It could be some English
I've
words that
heard,
don't make any sense.
I've heard
Otis
Super
Japanese
Soldier.
man.
I've heard Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku.
So we're talking about the SSG here. We might as well.
Mm-hmm.
Vegapunk's secret weapons.
Yeah.
From the Science Division.
Yeah. Now, are they bioweapons? Are they cyborgs or are they weapons?
Supposed to be able to deal with the warlords and control the balance
of power.
And to help the Navy against the Emperors. Because the Navy need help, Christian. They can't do it by themselves.
No. They can't.
I mean, how many times do we have to say it?
It's getting ridiculous at this point.
Alright. Now, we think about Oda storytelling. We think about what would be appropriate for these units to be. I would say a squad of individuals with various powers and abilities for our main characters to fight.
So, is this the Secret Army Cabal? But in Vegapunk form?
It could be the new system that indeed allows the Luffy endgame Navy fight to make sense.
There's no way that they're this strong. There's no way they're Emperor level. There's no way these
could they
SSG
be
units...
Could they be first commander level? They're supposed to be taking out Mayhawk.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be taking out Boa.
I don't buy it.
They're supposed to be taking out
I don't buy it.
Whitebeard Jr. And I imagine they were designed with Dofumiko in mind.
I don't buy it.
Alright? So, what do they have to be, Christian? I put forward the idea that they are indeed individuals. 7 individuals. All first commander level. For Straw Hats to fight. For Revolutionary Army members to fight. For people to fight in the end war.
So what you're saying is they're a crew of Are they mindless? Do they have their own thoughts? What are we talking?
People throwing out their smoker modified nonsense.
So, they're Logies.
Think about Captain America, Christian. Super soldiers.
I'm thinking more liquid metal pacifistas.
Super pacifistas. Do they have enough flavor to be antagonists? If they're just...
They're not antagonists, you're just weapons. Like the pacifistas are there to fucking random goons.
Sure.
No, this weapon is going to be through Goon Squad. No one strong is going down to the SSG.
Are they androids like in Dragon Ball? They could be. It's Oda's, like...
The pacifistas are already
anyone with
androids.
a mind knows that the Navy need assistance.
Sure.
Right? These weapons are designed to help the Navy out and to boost their rank significantly, Christian. They have to replace Mihawk. They have to replace Mingo, Kuma.
They can replace with numbers, alright? They got fucking... Imagine having...
Do you really think Oda would introduce a squad that's supposed to take out...
It's not a squad.
A division.
It's not a division. They say...
A system.
Let's let the SSG... Let's put our faith in the SSG.
Sure. The SSG, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Would he introduce this for the purpose of replacing the Warlord system and have some level of gurning going on? Why so hesitant for not them to be...
Because I don't believe that...
Do you think the balance of power is required?
I just can't see a technology being invented
Think
that
about
surpasses
Judge.
Mihawk.
Think about Judge.
These soldiers suck.
Think about Judge.
Germa sucks.
Nichiji, E.G., Yonji. Judge ain't no Vegapunk, Christian.
Alright, let's just say they've got a squad...
Vegapunk understands Delphoids on a complete level.
Let's just say they have a squad of EGG level characters.
Yeah.
Okay. We got like 30 EGG level guys.
Judge understands Delphoids to a complete level. He can make Kizaru lasers.
It doesn't matter when you have...
Perhaps... multiple Delphoid abilities. In some kind of technology.
What I'm thinking is...
Perhaps...
And the highest I'll go...
Technology haki systems.
The highest I'll go is EGG level dudes. Now what does that mean? We're talking around veteran level characters.
So we clearly disagree on this here.
There's no way they're first commander level fucking units.
I'm putting it out there that there are 7 first commander level units for Luffy and his crew to fight in the end game. Because we know the Navy doesn't have enough. They're going to fight the revolutionaries and Luffy.
I just deleted that segment. That's retarded. Alright?
Why do you not believe in the Navy battle? What is this ulterior motive?
Because it's too much. You can't have... You're still telling me Vegapunk invented...
The whole series, Oda has just been talking about Vegapunk.
You're telling me Vegapunk has invented category level dudes.
Sure.
The undefeatable man.
Dr. Joro.
The undefeatable man. Right? The undefeatable man.
Science is powerful.
You're telling me you invented someone
so you're
as strong as Marco.
So you're okay for Frankie to build the Pluton, but you're not okay with Vegapunk designing top level
A standalone weapon that you press a button is very different to a guy that can run around and fucking...
Design pacifistas.
Pacifistas are like
some
mid-tier.
Very old technology, Christian, by now. Vegapunk's been working on it.
There's no way they're first command level. You're telling me they're as strong as Ben Beckman?
Oh, we'll get to Ben Beckman later, Christian. Why are you bringing up Ben Beckman? Who said he's first commander level? Does this change everything? I think it's feasible, right? Do you agree that the Navy requires more men,
sure,
more high-level dudes to fight the Straw Hats and the Revolutionaries at the same time?
Sure, but they're not.
This solves a problem.
They are not first commander level.
Why is it unbelievable?
It's unbelievable because they... What's the point of training? What's the point of getting stronger?
Vegapunk's a genius.
If you're just going to have...
Dr. Joro.
If you're just going to shit out first commander level dudes out of nowhere.
Android 17 and 16.
No.
Years of research and technology division, Christian.
No.
Christian...
The legend of Katakuri. Undefeatable. The man with an unblemished record.
So tell me how they're going to take out Mihawk with his SSG.
Insane strength.
Tell me.
Not, because it's not going to work. How is Mihawk going to get captured and defeated before Zoro?
How they even think... They're gonna take out.
Sengoku thought the pacifistas were gonna do something. Sengoku thinks goons matter. In a fight with an emperor.
I mean, we've talked about this.
Exactly.
A lot of characters think goons matter.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
So what do you think they are?
I already told you. Pacifists are like dudes. I'm not saying they look like pacifistas.
Right. So they like robots.
Cyborg bio weapons.
Yeah.
With about EGG level.
So you're saying EGG level?
A max.
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 Now, I would... Judge was able to create EGG.
Sure, but that's through training, through years of development.
That's Judge. We're talking about Vegapunk here.
So Vegapunk, you're saying Vegapunk made and developed a humanoid weapon.
He fuses Devil Fruits with items.
Devil Fruits versus Devil Fruit Mastery versus training versus Haki. These robots not having Haki. How are they first command level?
Sensories, Christian. They don't need Haki. You don't need observation Haki, at least.
How are the sensors predict the future?
What do you need?
You're a ridiculous man.
They can predict the future via pattern recognition. Perhaps.
You're a ridiculous man.
Yeah.
There is no way these are first command levels. Put in the comments if you think Eric's retarded. First command levels.
I think it's appropriate for where we need to be at the end game. I don't know about you. I don't know why. What do the Navy have if they're all HG level?
What?
Luffy and Dragon are just gonna bitch slap.
They're gonna bitch slap the Navy anyway. It's not gonna be a fight.
Now, Christian, we're picking the mics here. You're absolutely screaming.
Because this is...
So I'm gonna lower you.
Ridiculous.
Alright, I'm gonna lower you. Because you're just breaking the mic. So there we go.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
I don't think it's that ridiculous. I think it's
now,
fine.
Do I have to bring out the new sound effect and throw you out of court?
I'm not saying anything about Shanks, so you can't throw me out of court.
Alright.
I don't know why you're so upset. It's required. Apparently, the Navy and Fujitora is very excited about the SSG.
I will remind you that there are people out there that think First Commander dudes are on par with Admirals. I will remind you of that fact.
Christian, are the Navy equipped to take out Luffy and Dragon at the same time?
No, and they're not going to be, and they never will be.
Is it even a good fight? Endgame Luffy versus Dragon and Zabo.
No.
Zabo dead, of course.
Zabo's not dead. No. The Navy...
Now, I know that you're a Wano Final War stan.
100%.
Alright? So, maybe this is some Wano Final War
No,
boys.
like the SSG, like... It's either, like, a chemical weapon or some fucking crazy shit.
Alright. Enough about the SSG.
Alright.
Let us know what you think.
First Commander.
Alright?
We're on page 2 of the chapter. This chapter.
I think it's required.
We're on page 2 of this chapter.
Maybe I'm not necessarily... I'm not
Yeah,
upset.
you goddamn right.
But I think it's required.
I need that drop.
What?
That guy being like, you're out of your goddamn mind.
Well, get it. You're the drop man.
Jesus is the only one who can help you, right?
Alright.
I need that drop.
That's
ridiculous.
Next segment.
Sakazuki formed Fujitora that Big Mom and Kaido have formed alliance. Sakazuki is sweaty, as you can see on the dock.
He's out of his mind. He's losing it.
I thought Magma Kun's Emperor level.
I thought
Magma Kun's Emperor level.
I thought Magma Kun could easily take out Big Mom.
Ridiculous.
Apparently not. No resources. Christian, if you have 5 Emperor level dudes on your
again, the world government and pirates think goons matter.
Yeah.
Right. When they don't.
Oda needs to convince us that goons matter.
They don't matter.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway.
They don't. All right. So here we go. And here it is. The insanity ensues.
Rocks.
Brand new Sengoku are giving a presentation about the rocks. Alright? Spelled ROCKS. Alright? No, well, not with an X. Alright? Rocks pirates founded on full of lead island, not beehive. Okay. That's not a pirate island. That's not piratey. How's beehive a pirate island? Alright, full lead island.
Now we have to point out now here, Christian.
A lot of Blackbeard connections.
Via scheduling issues, this is indeed
all of that. Yeah.
The unofficial translations, Christian. Big things could happen tomorrow when the official translation comes out.
Big things.
Big things.
And we'll do corrections on the next episode. Sure. Right? But you want Eric in the studio. You want the energy for this chapter.
Sure.
Right? You want me to scream at him for ridiculous statements
Alright.
about the SSG,
Sure.
right? All happening right here, right? So, the Rock's pirates rampage across the world. The people, the crew, alright? Look at this lineup. We got Whitebeard.
A 30-year-old Whitebeard.
We got Big Mom,
Sure.
20-something. We got Kaido, just a cabin boy.
Just an apprentice.
Apprentice, 10. How old would be? We don't know how old,
We don't know how old Kaido is.
but
Probably
teens around there.
18. Yeah.
We got Rox himself. Obviously, Emperor level. I'm just putting it out
Looking
there right
good.
now. Alright? We got Shiki. We also have Shiki. Now, he's not mentioned in the same breath as Whitebeard. He's mentioned in the, off
But
panel.
he's there.
We got Silver Axe. Who the fuck is Silver Axe?
Who is Silver Axe?
We got Captain John of
Shout out
Buggy's
to
Treasure
Captain
fame.
Sure.
And,
of,
Thrillbug.
fame.
Alright, apparently not as hype as Ryuma. Alright, just some guy. Not even a zombie general, just a guy.
Who said Absalon talks about his legendary strength?
Okay, we got Ayo Choco. Another random guy.
Shout out.
Shout out, alright? Maybe we get some legends later on. Rox wanted to become king of the world, baby. He's got ambitions. Now,
Is it Blackbeard's ambition, Christian? What are we?
we'll talk about it.
Yeah, sure.
The government tried to cover up the Rox as he was a terrorist.
Yes.
Rampaging across the world. He also very interested in taboo subjects. Probably devil fruits. Ancient weapons. Ancient history.
Celestial dragons.
Celestial dragons. Also, the members don't really talk about the Rox because they hate each other and they don't want it to be known.
And they kind of feel sad they got defeated, you know?
Yeah. Garp and Roger took them out now. The Garp hype.
This panel.
This is why Rayleigh does not get in the high tier.
Okay.
Because he does not have the
Now,
Garp sauce.
We're talking about Garp here, and you throw in a Rayleigh jab.
Because people always tell me Rayleigh deserves the high spot.
The Dark King.
But does Rayleigh get this sauce?
No sauce for Rayleigh.
Garp gets all the sauce. He was Emperor level. He's gone down to high due to old age. Rayleigh was Admiral level. Respectable. Very respectable.
Okay.
Went down to First Commander level. I don't understand how that's controversy.
There you go.
I don't understand how that's controversial.
Now, Garp haters, Christian.
Yeah, coming out.
Come turning around.
Garp did nothing.
Turn around.
Turning around.
Some turn around.
No.
I see people turn around. I see some going,
What part? We already had this information though of
see.
Garp defeating the Rocks.
sure, but like, oh, the Navy did this, the blah, blah, blah. Garp's a fraud. People keep on throwing out fraud. It annoys me greatly. Now, Garp. We assume Sengoku Suryu there. He's not alone, is he? He's got his crew, surely.
Goku knows the story, but Garp got all the credit. No Admiral's there.
We assume that Roger had his crew
It
as
seemed
well.
like Garp was leading the charge.
We assume Shanks
Sure.
was there
Come on, boy, Shanks.
at 2 years old, 1 year old.
Destroying.
He wasn't
Alright.
there, Christian.
38 years ago. They were defeated.
He's 39, as we all know. In earthly human years.
Exactly. He's a elder being of imaginable power.
Sure.
Alright, but there you go. The Rocks. Incident. The God Valley. 38 years ago. Apparently the island was destroyed. What do you reckon about that?
Shout outs to Joy Boy going insane on the God Valley. Is it the Emerald City? Is it Wano flooded? There's a lot of questions.
I doubt that it's Wano flooded because
Is
it wasn't that long ago.
Is it the island that Shanks was on with Mihawk?
Back when he said he was somewhere in the East Blue.
Yeah. It's an interesting comment. People need to relax. Alright? You don't need to call the W 2 seconds after the chapter came out.
Was it somewhere in the East Blue or somewhere in the Grand Line?
I don't know.
Somewhere in the
who
Grand Line.
remembers?
It's just a random island. Not convinced that Shanks is just hanging
Anyway,
out.
God Valley.
Somewhat destroyed. Now, interesting.
It said that Celestial Dragons were protected.
Yeah, here we go. So Garp and Roger teamed up to protect the Celestial Dragons and their slaves during that mission. Now, there's something we're missing here, obviously.
Now, clearly Garp joined to take out rocks, and he doesn't give a fuck about the Celestial Dragons.
But here's the thing. Why were there so many Celestial Dragons gathered on God Valley? Not Marijoa. Could there be some kind of mysterious ritual going on in God Valley? It's called God Valley.
Ancient
And who are the
history.
gods of the world?
Celestial dragons.
Celestial dragons.
Ancient history.
Could this be where they defeated the Ancient Kingdom on this battlefield, the
Sure.
God Valley?
Could there some kind of gold poneglyph there, Christian? Some kind of knowledge.
I feel like the Celestial Dragons have to have been there for a reason. They can't just be on holiday doing a tour,
Sure.
ended up on God Valley, and then Rox intercepted. Right?
There's something going on.
I think clearly Rox knew about this meeting of the Celestial Dragons.
Now.
Intercepted it, tried to kill all the Celestial Dragons who could take over the world. That's what I think happened.
Do we get God Valley incident in the Brox flashback with Big Mom and Cardo? Or is this the Rox flashback that we get? Do we see the defeat of the Rox captain? Or is this all we get?
Look, it's enough information that we wouldn't have gotten from the flashback. But you want to see it.
You could have gotten that information from the flashback.
You want to see...
You're not going to see this battle.
Gold D.
No.
And Garpu.
Usual cigar. Christian, I am convinced you will never see Roger fight.
Well, you'll convince you when you will never see Roger's bounty.
I don't remember that.
Can you imagine the scene of Gold Roger?
You'll never see him fight. Oda will not give you that.
Gold Roger and Garp back to back, fighting Kaido, Big Mom, Whitebeard, Shiki. It's just
Rock.
the ultimate hype. Alright? Now, topic of the show is why Oda is the master of world building. And what he does. And the seeds he spreads across the series, alright?
Sure.
So we'll get into that more, of the mastery of Oda, alright?
Yes.
People don't want to give it to him. But, there you go. So with this Rox incident with the Celestial Dragons, we get the full name of Rox D!
Does last week's comments on Blackbeard, saying he's going to get something from the Navy,
It's even more sus.
does this imply some rock stuff?
I think it does. And it's even more sus now.
Do we...
It's 100% not the Marimaro no Me now.
Do we?
Yeah.
Right? Do you want to talk about the connections to Blackbeard and Rocks?
We'll do that after we get the D, Zebek,
Okay.
the fucking... all that kind of shit.
Sure.
Full name. Rox D.
The D.
Zebek. Now. Blackbeard's flagship, also called Zebek.
Yeah.
This incident...
Timeline matches up.
This incident happened 38 years ago.
Blackbeard
40.
2 years old.
2 years old. Is he the son of Rox? I've heard this a lot over the past couple days.
Now,
Could Blackbeard be the son of Rox?
we talk about this a lot, and how lineage of blood does not matter in One Piece.
But do you agree that Blackbeard inherited
Now,
the will of Rox?
Lineage of will,
Yeah.
potentially.
Now, I've heard a lot of things about Rox. That Rox is Aimu. That Rox succeeded.
Did he cut a deal
Did he
with
cut
the
a
Celestial
deal?
Dragons and then become king of the world? Now, if that is the case, he must be 90 years old now. Some nonsense. Of course, will not.
Now, if Rox is Aimu, does it explain his strength?
It is acceptable.
But is it acceptable that does he not go on the battlefield? Is that acceptable?
It's acceptable for the Rocks incident.
Okay.
It's not acceptable for the Marineford
Now,
incident.
does it explain why he has a giant straw hat? Because he was defeated by Roger.
Not really.
He's a man who
Roger
invested
wasn't a giant.
You know, he might increase the size, but he's not a giant.
If he was defeated,
Yeah.
quote unquote defeated,
Yeah.
why cut a deal with the Celestial Dragons? Maybe he lost on purpose after the deal was cut.
Is he dead? Because Goku says he is no longer with us, which is sus.
Tengoku might not know the situation with Aimu.
Again,
Now, this is the only way Aimu
is strong.
is strong, if he's Rocks.
Only way.
And it is indeed acceptable.
Is Rox the one who got the immortality surgery? Because it has to be used once for us to get this knowledge.
Maybe, but there's a whole host of ways to keep him young. A whole host of ways, Christian. Devil fruits.
I feel like Blackbeard is the one who inherited his will.
Sure.
That's what I feel.
You feel like he's dead.
I feel like he's dead and Rox was inherited by Blackbeard.
Okay.
Because, you know, Blackbeard is the true rival to Monkey D.
Sure.
Rox, true rival to Roger, apparently. Alright, so there you go. There it is. Not Whitebeard.
How do you feel about this new law Do you feel like you're being cheated with the Roger Whitebeard law? Do you feel like it's kind of...
Here's the thing. It was always very vague and not really there.
Yeah. Do you feel like... Is it too late for this, or is it I feel like it's just appropriate to introduce this character right here, right now.
Yeah.
A little bit later, seems inappropriate.
Well,
we're straddling that line.
We're getting hints about rocks during Reverie,
Reverie, of course.
all that kind of shit.
But if it would have happened after Wano, you'd see the puppet hand, right?
Yeah.
I think this makes good timing.
Yeah, I think this makes sense here now. Was this always here? I doubt it. This secret mastermind guy that was, pulling all the strings back in the past.
It's interesting if you take out Wano and just read the Reverie in between the acts.
Mm.
The situation goes that King of the World armor revealed, Garp talking about the rocks, Rocks flashback, his dreams to become King of the World, and then you have all these legends.
There's connections. I'm not going to deny there's not any connections, but I feel like will has been inherited, therefore death.
I'm satisfied with Rocks' armor. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. I'm satisfied with that too, but here's the thing. You still got questions about why didn't he enter Marineford? What's he doing?
The legend indeed does increase on Rocks, and it is acceptable for Pirate King Luffy, when he fights the Navy, to fight Rocks / Homu.
If it is indeed Homu.
Yes.
But, again, inherited will, we're going with that thing. Luffy is, obviously inherited Roger's will. Did Blackbeard inherit Zebek's will with his, all that kind of stuff. Now, people say,
would the Celestial Dragons allow a D to become their leader?
Maybe you kind of deal with
but they don't know about him. They don't know about him.
Elder Stars only know about him.
Are the indeed Elder Stars members of the Rocks, Christian? And indeed the Aimu Cabal does exist, and indeed the Gorosei are indeed powerful.
I don't know how they took over. How did they take over?
How did the Gorosei take over?
They were apparently quote-unquote defeated. And I don't think the Navy would accept crew members from the Rocks into the inner circle. So I don't really think that's accurate. And why would they be so interested in coming up the history?
Sure.
It's all a bit... I don't know. It's all a bit too much for me.
Do you think Rocks... We don't know anything about his character, of course. But
very, very persuasive man.
Sure. Do you think he would want to be King of the World and to be known as the King of the World, or is he just satisfied with the power that he wields?
He probably wants to be known as King of the World. We have to get into this legendary character at some point.
Aimu and Rocks.
If
they're separate.
I think they are. I'm not. It seems like a little bit too much because we'd have to get a major flashback.
It's acceptable for the final villain, though.
Sure, but I want Blackbeard to be the final villain.
We know it's a lot of complex things going on with the anime.
Let's talk about Rocks. Devil Fruit. Is he the man with the yummy yummy?
And this Blackbeard was looking for.
This is how Blackbeard knows legends of the yummy yummy and why it's so strong.
Sure. Possible.
Did Rocks know about the One Piece and was trying to get it?
It brings up questions about, Whitebeard not saying anything about the Devil Fruit. He didn't know what the Devil Fruit did. He would have known that.
There's no real connections with that. More like Thatch found it. And it was
sure, but in Marineford, he did fight Whitebeard. And he did seem to not know what the Darkness Fruit does.
That's true. Yeah.
You think Sengoku would also have said something about it? He would have known that.
Garp.
And Garp would have known the Devil Fruit if
Okay.
Rocks had it. So I don't think so.
I just want to know about this Devil Fruit book. Where it originated from.
Long history, Christian.
Alright. So, there are definite connections between Blackbeard and Rocks. No doubt.
Alright.
No doubt.
Now, we're talking about Rocks for a long time.
A long time.
We haven't even got into the bounties.
Let's begin with the bounties!
And we got how many questions this week?
We got fucking 65 questions. Alright?
So let's get moving.
Brand new comes out with the bounties. Blackbeard. Of course, we know Blackbeard. It's 2.2 billion.
Shout out to Blackbeard.
And then we get the hype.
Shout out to Blackbeard having more teeth than he usually does in his
It is Wonder Poster. Maybe he's getting that gold grill installed.
Okay.
Alright? Coming out to the hype.
Is.
And then we get the hype. The moment.
that we've been waiting for so many years.
Wait a
Christian.
minute, it's just...
Now, when you see any reactor react to this chapter, Christian, when is it that they lose their mind?
Shanks. Let's get into it. Let's
stirs the
let's
heart
crack
of the people.
let's crack this can of worms open, all right? Because there are people coming after us,
Absolute nonsense.
and we're just brushing them off.
Clowns.
Absolute clowns. Absolute clowns.
What does Brando say to the Marines, Christian?
The man who became an emperor 6 years ago.
Just deliver this speech, and then we'll unpack the speech, Christian.
With a well-balanced and impregnable crew. Starring the man himself. Ben Beckman. Lucky Roo. And Yasop. Katakuri's not mentioned on Big Mum's.
Great trust, highest bounties among them, and the best balance.
$2 billion each.
Brando doesn't even talk about Katakuri when he brings up Big Mom.
Well, let's just $4 billion for Shanks.
6 years.
6 years. This
4
man.
years in Marine Force.
6 years.
Now, what does this mean for the people, Christian? Became an emperor with one arm.
Let me break this down for you.
Let's break it.
And let me dish out the L's. Alright? Mihawk never fought Emperor Shanks. There you go.
4 years off. At least.
Mihawk hasn't fought anyone in years, as he implies and as he says.
Now, Christian, we love Mihawk here. But
it's why do people make me do this?
It's saddened us that we have to take him out.
I love the Mihawku. But the Jelly Jewels happened before he awakened his God King Haki. And we see the moment on screen when he lost his arm to New Generation, unlocking the God King Haki.
Did that moment allow him to become an emperor?
Yes.
Okay.
And he'll say that when we see him. The history of Shanks. What was the incident?
Now, he was already a legend when he fought Mihawk.
That's true. Already a legendary pirate. Okay. Maybe $1 bill banny at that point.
Was his sacrifice
the
catalyst for him to unlock complex God level Haki, Christian?
Exactly. The sacrifice for the next generation allowed him to ascend to the next levels of power.
Sure.
Right? And that's confirmed. Because he became an emperor 6 years ago. So I don't want to hear about Viva cards.
Anymore.
Ever again.
I don't want to hear about data books either.
You come to me with manga material.
And that's it.
Or you don't come to me with anything.
Okay.
Alright?
Because information's wrong a lot of the time.
Ridiculous.
Oda can change his mind as well, alright?
I'm so sick of the portrayal argument. Mihawk is said to do this in a data book. Mihawk's said to do that in a data book. Mihawk's testing his strength in Whitebeard, and Whitebeard's the strongest emperor, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Mihawk, very powerful. And we'll see his bounty. Will it be higher than Blackbeard's? And if it is, that's a joke on Blackbeard. Because Mihawk, 1, got no crew. 2, hasn't really done anything to the world government. So why is he going to
We don't know the history, though, Christian.
That's true.
Did he take out X-Dude? Did he take out...
Now, I'm sure at some point you can't become a warlord if you've done too many crimes.
Fujitora says, Sakazuki, you don't understand because you've never been suppressed by one. Now, is that referencing Crocodile? That's the Smoker situation?
And Dressrosa, you know.
Is he referencing clearly personal experience, Christian?
I don't want to hear it.
Did Mihawk take out Fujitora?
Now, we do have an immense essay.
What's going on here?
We do have an immense essay in the question corner.
Okay.
About why Shanks isn't the strongest.
And it's nonsense. We'll get to it.
And it's absolute nonsense. And it's all spin. It's all spin on favorite cards. Spinning what Mihawk's been said. Alright?
So, basically, let's talk about this. 6 years. What does that mean? What's the event?
4, he strolled into Marineford.
4 years?
Fresh as an emperor.
Told Kaido to fuck off.
Told Kaido to fuck off, 1.
Now, Christian, I put you down, and he's still in the red zone.
Gave Akainu the business. Gave him the business. Gave him the sweatiness.
Yeah. Okay.
Strolled up to Blackbeard and said, you don't want to fight me? Blackbeard said no. Alright? Shanks the Fresh Emperor, and has the respect of Sengoku.
Let's talk about this.
4 years in.
We don't know how long Kano and Big Mom have been emperors for, but we assume a very
long time. 20 years ago for Kaido, when he took over Wado, we assume. That's the event for Kaido's emperor status.
Perhaps. We don't know, alright?
Perhaps, okay.
But it's brand new doesn't mention it because it's probably
a long time.
That doesn't require to be mentioned. 4.3 for Big Mom, 4.6 for Kaido. Shanks fresh off the boat, 4 mil. With quote-unquote the impregnable crew. Now, what does impregnable mean for the people out there, Christian?
Unbeatable, unbreakable.
Unbreakable, unstoppable, unbeatable.
Best crew.
We do that, of course.
2 bill each.
Does Ben Beckman surpass Blackbeard?
In bounty.
Because we assumed King to be 1.7,
1.5, whatever. No, he's not higher than Luffy, alright?
King?
King's not higher. He's going to be less than Queen as a meme.
1.5.
1.3, 4.4. Alright?
Sure.
Beckman, 2 bill.
2 bill. Lucky Roo, 1.8.
Lucky Roo, 2 bill. Yasop, 2 bill.
Shout out to Yasop.
Getting the sauce.
People saying Yasop's a joke because Usopp's a joke. Because he's a sniper.
Wrong.
Will Yasop, after he awakens his manhood,
it's all there, black and white, clear as crystal,
become a part of the monster trio?
That's what I have to say. All I have to say.
Will Usopp indeed ascend to the monster trio, Christian?
When he gets that Brave Warrior power up. Sure. See, Usopp actually wants to be strong, unlike Sanji.
Well, it's not an attack on Sanji.
I just mean with Sanji. We love Sanji.
So the best crew, the unbreakable crew, the most balanced crew. Now, interesting disconnect with the people out there. Rocks said the man to be able to control such members as Whitebeard, Kaido, Big Mom.
Yep.
Right? And people say this man must be a monster because he has such grand crew members. Brand New says that all of these commanders are well-known great pirates. Alright? Yep. And Shanks is indeed the captain of that crew.
Yes.
Why not the same thinking here for Shanks, Christian?
You mean Kaido?
I mean Shanks.
What?
People saying Rocks.
Yeah. Able to...
Have to be stupid. Has to be the strongest man in the verse because he's able to have this crew.
Mm-hmm.
Brand New states...
Beckman,
Rue, Yasop, high-level dudes.
Okay.
Doesn't talk about Katakuri, Smoothie,
Cracker. No.
Brings up them specifically. So why are people saying that Shanks is so powerful that he's able to control these members? That he's the captain of this legendary crew?
It's a dark time for Shanks. Everyone's looking over here about the Marines. Everyone's looking over there about Kaido. Right?
They're dumb.
The Shanks numbers have been down in recent years. And we have to bring them back up.
Now, not saying Ben Beckman Kaido level, Christian.
Oh, no.
But I'd say he'd be able to be Kaido back in the day.
Youngling Kaido.
Youngling Kaido.
Sure.
I'd say he'd be able to beat Youngling Big Bum.
She's already had 30 kids, but...
Whitebeard disappointed. Different situation, Christian. We don't know about Whitebeard. He's 30 years older.
Big Mom's still like 25, 26.
Let's talk about Whitebeard for a second. Why did he join this crew?
He doesn't really have he didn't know what he was doing.
Is it because he found some kind of family situation with this
crew?
Sure.
Whitebeard not necessarily the man with the biggest ambition.
But he just wants a family.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a... Yeah.
Was that flashback on the Rocks ship?
Too young.
Too young?
On the flashback. He doesn't look like that at all. He's got his mustache and shit on the Rocks ship.
So there you go.
We're still talking about Shanks here, Christian. It's just mind-blowing. The 6-year feat. That's a feat.
That's a massive feat.
That makes the Kaido feat and the Marineford feat.
Even bigger. Ridiculous.
Takes out the Mihawk haters.
Why do you have to do this to me with Mihawk?
Takes out the arm haters as well.
He's weaker because he lost his arm.
He became an emperor with no arm. With one arm.
He became an emperor with one arm.
That improves great leaps in strength, Christian.
It doesn't matter. Alright?
He's told you it doesn't matter.
I've told you for 92 weeks that Shanks is the strongest and that he's the God King. And if you don't want to believe me, that's fine. But you're wrong. And you're going to be proven wrong. And it's going to be glorious.
So there's a lot of questions about Shanks in the question corner. I'm sure more details will be brought up. Talk
Yes.
about Big Mom. 1.3. 4.3. Suitable.
Respectable.
Respectable.
Been in the game
Long
probably the
time.
longest.
Respect Big Mom. We respect Big Mom here.
We respect women, alright?
Sure.
Unlike, Druids. Alright?
Respect her strength. Respect the Albert Spears. Respect
Now, in her hype speech, they do say she is the natural born destroyer. All this kind of hype strength feats and shit.
Sure.
Is she the most physically strong?
They talk about Carter's strength a lot.
Raw might, that kind of stuff. Kaido's speech is more about his raw might and he can gather people just by beating their heads in.
Yeah.
He wasn't necessarily the greatest leader, He just punches people in the head.
Sure.
But, there it is. And,
Carter.
the Marines don't know if this G can handle the situation. They're waiting for tested. They should have probably tested it before they got rid of the warlords.
Sure.
But Marines incompetent. And sweaty.
Get the outcome to swing this later, Christian.
And then we get something we thought we'll never get.
Just quickly, Carter 4.6. Okay.
Okay, he's a warmonger. He just goes around fucking people up. Also, Shanks, the good emperor for Bill.
They like him. They respect him. But they still give him 4 bill.
Big Mom's going around just pillaging villages
Carter doesn't give a
for
fuck.
sweets and eggs and bullshit. Carter doesn't give a fuck. Just rampaging
What is the event?
across the world. What is the event 6 years ago? I need to know.
Now, certain things happened 6 years ago, not many. Shanks met Ace, perhaps 6 years ago, and Shanks was on Wano, perhaps 6 years ago. That's about it.
No. Okay.
So that's all we got.
Okay.
You better believe Ben Beck was going to be stupid.
Oh. Strongest first commander confirmed by this chapter. Confirmed!
Nonsense.
Alright. There you go. Now we get the thing we thought we'd never get. Whitebeard's bounty. 5 bill. That's a big bounty
It's huge.
for a big man. And then we get the impossible, the unthinkable, the end of a series,
Stupid, ridiculous.
end game reveal, the Pirate King Goose bounty. 5x5.
It's a lot bigger than Whitebeard's.
It's a lot of money.
Does this chapter separate for you the rivalry between Whitebeard and Roger and replace it with Roger and Rox?
Yes.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Whitebeard's legacy?
Whitebeard has his own legacy. He has his own arc. It's very good.
Okay.
He's a very good character. We're going to hear more Whitebeard hype in the Rox flashback with Odin. All that kind of crazy shit. So I don't think it's solely his Whitebeard's legacy. But people need to shut the fuck up that Roger was not strong.
Oh, he's busted.
5.5. The man who defeated the Rox with Garp. This man. Ridiculously strong. On par, if not stronger than Whitebeard.
Sure.
If you hurt his friends, he became like a demon.
That's the quote. That's a
the
direct quote.
That's the direct quote. So, again, I have to do it.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
Marine fanboys need to shut the fuck up.
Getting lit up.
Because we were always correct. And we always had the evidence and intel. But they're pulling quotes out of data books. They're pulling quotes out of Evra cards. By the way, promotional material, alright, that's intended to sell copies. So, is the information that accurate?
Are you willing to ban Vivra cards and data books and we'll never cover them again?
They're banned.
Banned.
Because I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
I've had to hear that Shanks was an emperor 10 years ago for so long. And I said, doesn't make sense to me. I also said, Mihawk never fought Shanks as an emperor. People said that's ridiculous. Of course he did. Why are you splitting hairs? Why are you doing all this? Because I was correct.
You gotta use your brain.
We were correct. It's factual. Mihawk never fought Shanks after he lost his arm. Therefore, he never fought Emperor Shanks. Therefore, Shanks has Mihawk level swordsmanship.
He's waiting for someone to surpass Shanks back when he fought him.
Shanks has world's strongest swordsmanship and insane haki.
Now, have you come directly at Dritz yet?
I'm sure he's preparing his response.
Okay.
And I'm preparing my response, alright? I will meet on the battlefield.
Okay.
But I don't want to do this to Mihawk.
Because we love Mihawk.
Because I love Mihawk. Alright, there you go. There it is.
Does The Rock's crew system, does Roger's crew system, and does Shanks' crew system,
It's the best crew system.
alright, change your mind on how strong Sanji will be, on how Zoro will be at Endgame? Is Luffy going to have 3 Emperors, level dudes? Does that change your mind? Does that change our mind?
Did Roger have Silver Rayleigh as Emperor level? No. I think Luffy mirrors Roger's crew and Shanks' crew.
Shanks' crew.
I don't think it mirrors Rox's crew because that's a completely different situation. They had no coherence. It was just all about raw strength and a quick way to victory.
Talk to me about Ben Beckman's level. We're talking Emerald. We're talking above Emerald.
I'm talking Emerald.
What are we talking?
Alright, we're not getting crazy.
Okay.
We're getting really Emerald level.
Lucky Roo Emerald. Is he that level? Is it Usopp that level?
It's all possible.
Blackbeard absolutely shook by the arrival of Shanks.
It's all possible. That's what I'm saying. So get ready.
What about the dude with the monkey?
We don't even know about the dude with the monkey.
What about the dude with the crocodile tattoo?
What about
the dude with the skull beanie?
Skull beanie.
There's a lot of questions.
There is a lot of questions. Alright, let's Pyro King bounty. Crazy.
5.5. Some say too low.
No Pyro has ever surpassed these bounties.
Some say too low for Roger. Thoughts?
I think it's good. It's 500 above Whitebeard. If we get to 10 billion, what are we talking about anymore?
Yeah.
Alright, we still don't have Dragon's bounty. Now, is Dragon's just 6? People saying it should be 10. People saying it should be...
10's too much. It's ridiculous.
It's 6.
Roger is the legendary figure of the entire verse.
He inspired so much stuff in the world.
He's done something no one's ever done.
Exactly. We all know Dragon has the highest bounty. Does that mean Dragon's stronger than Whitebeard?
Is it like 5.5, 0.5?
It's probably 5. I think it's 5. I think it's just a flat 6.
Thoughts on Luffy getting 5.6 in the series?
I think it's, I like the number theories. It's cute. But yeah, he's going to have the highest bounty of all time.
He can't be surpassed
by his father. He has to surpass him. So, we'll see about that, We'll see about that in the future. When Luffy takes out Kaido and let's see how much his bounty fucking raises. It's gonna be ridiculous, alright? And then our boy, Sweaty's man on the planet, Sakazuki walks in sweaty. We ain't touching Wano. We don't have the resources. Just wiping sweat off his fucking foot. He's just wiping streams of sweat.
He's like King of Lightning in his reaction.
Just wiping sweat off his forehead. So Goku agrees.
I thought he was a reckless man that didn't give a fuck. Good shit.
Apparently not. Apparently very sweaty. Very sweaty when he's the Fleet Admiral.
Sengoku's clearly still the Fleet Admiral.
Obviously.
Spirit Christian.
Exactly. Alright. So Sengoku agrees, let's leave Wano alone. But then they start talking about Odin.
This man.
The amount
of
sauce.
It's just a plate of sauce at the moment, Chris.
It's just all sauce. There's no meat. There's no vegetables. It's a plate of sauce. It's the bowl of sauce. Yeah. Alright?
Which is delicious.
Sure. But you need something to eat it with. Alright?
Give me some bread.
Give me something. It's just all sauce. They walk in. The Kazuki Odin. Apparently Shanks knows him.
Favored. This confirms, in my mind, Shanks knows about
the prophecy, the legacy.
Lady Toki. He knows about, of course, the mink.
Of course.
He knows about, of course, the giants. He has all his knowledge because he's friends with the same Luffy's friends with. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
Shanks is coming up on the Fire Festival to fight Big Mom and Kaido to get his bounty to 5 billion and to shut the community the fuck up. That's my promise to you. Luffy, Shanks on the battlefield together. Chapter 1000. They reunite.
Head explodes.
Christian, what are we on? 556.
57.
57. Is it plausible for Chapter 1000 to be the night before the battle? actually takes place.
No.
It's too much.
No, it's not possible.
It's too much. No. Unless this Oda flashback is 10 chapters.
Okay.
And the Ryuma flashback is 10 chapters.
But
and the
sure.
Rock flashback is another 10 chapters.
Yeah, okay.
And then we're about 1,000.
Okay.
We still got to do the festival and stuff. And
Not, you know.
23 chapters.
It's
43 chapters.
It's logistically possible.
Yes, but not likely.
Not likely. Will Act 3 ever start? I think that's the biggest question.
It's a good question.
Are we going on a little
Surely
side?
we go back to... They're hyping up Oda and they're hyping up Wano.
Yeah. Alright. Sengoku warned Sakazuki that something big is going to go on Wano, and it's no mere coincidence.
That all the big players are going to Wano.
Marine's turning up.
Does anyone know that Luffy's a Wano? Or is it just
Yeah,
reports about...
Drake knows.
Drake knows?
Drake knows, but
So
quote-unquote captured.
No one gives a fuck.
All these big plays meaning in Wano, something must be going on. We're talking ancient history shit here. Obviously. And the Marines have to turn up. They don't have the resources, they're strapped for cash.
I'm 99% sure Shanks knows about the Kazuki, the Mink, the Toki, everything. Friends with Neko and Inu. Surely he visits Zoe on a regular basis.
Okay.
Is Shanks Denjiro?
Is Shanks Denjiro now? Feasibly possible via timeline.
Absolute brain-melting
Reveal.
nonsense. That
It's
is.
true.
That if it's true. Now, Denjiro was there when they were children.
Yes.
Well, not
No,
children.
teenagers.
Teenagers. He was on Roger's... Did Roger visit by then? Probably not.
Maybe. Pick Shanks up.
Shanks 11 when he... but that's other material, Christian. Perhaps we have to throw that Shanks is 11 on Roger's ship when he joined it out. Is that SBS? We're still counting SBS material.
SBS materials.
That's not SBS material, though.
No.
Maybe it's still possible.
I doubt it Shanks Denjiro. It's an interesting thought.
It's crazy.
It's a crazy Hail Mary shot in the dark.
Yeah.
But there you go.
That's hype.
So thoughts about Wano being the M-War.
Nah.
We're getting the Rock's Law.
I told you so many fucking times.
We're getting the SSG Law. We're getting the Rock's Law. We're getting all players in Wano.
How does defeating Kaido and Big Mom and Wano with everyone else there free the slaves?
The Ravens pull up and no one's there and they win.
We still need another poneglyph.
Albath.
God Valley.
God Valley now. We got a new location.
Maybe God Valley's the next arc.
We got a new location.
Sure. Maybe they think the final war's fought on God Valley, Christian. Or Blackbeard, Luffy, God Valley. Surely Blackbeard, Luffy, God Valley.
I think Blackbeard, Luffy, Raftel for the Battle of the Pirate King.
Maybe the last poneglyph's there. They're both races to get the last poneglyph.
Okay.
Maybe they fight on God Valley to get that last poneglyph.
But
Because I imagine Raftel's just going to be a massive lore dump. I don't think it's going to be an arc when we arrive there.
I'm more thinking like Battle on the Seas and shit. It spreads out
Can't
into
fight
the
on the seas.
Then
You
it
can't
spreads
blow-
out
you
into the
can't blow up
sands.
mountains in the seas.
You can, spawn tidal waves and
You can
shit
cut
with
the sky.
Blackbeards, bullshit
Sure,
quake punches and shit. So,
And Kaido will be able to
We
fight
now
with
see-
dragons, with Kaido's Zelfra.
oh, of course. Yeah,
How
who
could we forget?
could forget that? Alright. So, here's the problem.
Does this endgame picture... Is this another piece of the puzzle, Christian, that we were missing? Or does it
The
just make it even
rocks
more...
we-
Is it just even more confusing?
Makes it even more clear in my head.
Okay.
Wano, the biggest battle you're ever going to see in One Piece. We're talking Emperors.
That might be true.
We're talking Marines.
Marines? Which
Are they
Marines? We're talking Garp?
We're
talking
talking Garp. We're talking Sengoku. We're talking the old men.
I think legends have to be involved in this fight.
We're bringing in some animals. Where's Fujitoro going? He's not going to the Calm Belt because he doesn't have the paddle ships. Now, people have missed this information, and it makes me very sad.
Okay.
They think he's in the Calm Belt, he's going after Boa, send a blind man after Boa. Okay. Alright.
Shout out to Zabo doing some damage on Fujitoro.
Check out.
Apparently
Some
he's dead.
Some people call him the W's.
Okay.
Alright?
Bandages in anime do mean significant damage.
That's true. Right? We found that out in the Katakuri fight.
Yes.
Bandages cure all. Even massive puncture wounds, alright?
Sure.
So, who knows what kind of damage Sabo did.
Bandages, of course, that we know from Hydruden, heal your entire body.
Exactly.
Of broken bones.
Exactly. So, what do you think the new plan is? Because I don't think
it changes much in my
I don't think these mid-arc chapters have zero to do with Wano.
They don't have zero to do with Wano. Clearly, there's a link back to the Big Mama Kaido, Rock Stuff, Garp, and all that shit, right?
Sakazuki and Sengoku linking it back to Wano.
But it also is greater lore of the past and Roger.
Sure.
What I think, what it changes for me is a few things.
What's it change?
Perhaps Blackbeard fight on God Valley for the last poneglyph.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps, indeed, Rocks is Aimu, and Luffy has to fight him. Because that makes sense. Because Luffy should fuck Akaino up. If he's
Yeah, but I don't like the MC fighting the villain of the past.
Yeah, it's weird, but Oda's pulled the trigger, kinda.
Yeah, but is Rocks alive? That kind of shit, you know?
Sure.
The Lurking Legend. Can we confirm that as Rocks?
100%.
That's Rocks, alright? Lurking Legend.
Next arc, in my mind,
It's gotta be Albaf. We're gonna go.
perhaps Elbaf, perhaps that. Doesn't really change much for me for the end goal. Or the end way I had it. This SSG does give me more.
You are so overhyping this SSG bullshit.
You know, it does give me high. It does cement and kind of fill the gap of like Revs and Luffy taking on the Navy.
You're ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous.
Might fill that gap.
I know.
Hey, it fills my head canon, alright?
Okay.
That's what we do here. We also have facts. But the end game is just nonsense head canon. That no one's going to be able to predict here.
That's okay.
No one's going to be able to predict it. We all know that.
Yeah.
We're just trying to put the pieces
Why
together.
are these headphones on? I don't need these
Why are
headphones.
those headphones? Because you're not hearing anything.
I was doing a sound check.
Does it change anything for you? Does it change?
It just solidifies my end game.
Yeah,
That I've been spewing
Alright, tell us
since Whole Cake
tell
Island.
us again, alright?
It's obvious that all players are going to be in Wano. We're talking.
Sakazuki gonna be there?
Sakazuki has to be there. He doesn't want to be there, but he has to be there. And they're saying they're strapped for resources. We don't have resources. This is going to be the battle that wipes out the Marines. There's too thin on resources.
So I'd say this is the arc that Luffy's supposed to take out Kaido. Why sully that?
Because
Why
Oda
distract from
is
that?
ending the fucking story. And no one can
we don't
accept
have long
that.
to go, Christian.
Oda's ending the story and no one can accept it.
80%, we're not 90, no, 95%.
All I'm saying is Kaido's going to be here. Big Mom's already here. Big Mom's already... People saying Big Mom was going to turn up.
She's here and ready to go.
Big Mom's already here. So that's a tick off my list.
I was down for the Big Mom. Alright?
People saying Big Mom's not turning up. Because this is Kaido's like, Big Mom ticked off the list. We already technically have Marines in Wano with Drake. Technicality, but it's true.
Here we go. Christian.
Technicality.
You said the entire Navy's turning up, alright?
Technicality, but they have a massive way in. A massive way in.
They do. They don't even need the Trojan horse anymore.
CP0 looking after deals of their interest, weapons, whatever, looking after deals.
Sure.
They're surely the one involved. We got Emperors. We got warlords on the loose.
What's Blackbeard doing?
With Blackbeard's on the move? You know he's turning up.
What's Mori doing?
Well, more is somewhere.
Well, Mihawk, Boa. What about
Boa's coming to Luffy for a little protection, alright?
that? Mihawk's Sanjuro.
Mihawk's coming in because reasons.
Alright?
He's just on his boat fucking around.
Sure.
He's like, I'm free, I'm
Maybe
loose.
he hears the news of some rumblings going on and wants to check it out.
I'm free, I'm loose. I get to do whatever the fuck I want. Let's turn up to this
Now,
fun
you're not buying that Oda keeps on telling you Marcus not turning up.
No.
He keeps on telling you that the Navy aren't turning up. You're not buying it.
I'm not buying it because he keeps on hitting us with contradictions.
Okay.
I'm saying he's doing a little misdirection.
Alright, so after Wano's over, Navy a week.
Very weak.
Alright?
We're talking massive casualties. Maybe Garp dies. And in his final battle against the Rock, he doesn't have it anymore.
Big Mom gets taken out.
No.
What happens to Big Mom?
We're going to Albaf.
To fight Big Mom.
To fight Big Mom's crew. Extremely damaged, extremely weakened. She's basically on her own with a skeleton crew.
Does that satisfy you for Luffy taking out an emperor by himself?
Luffy 1v1's Big Mama.
Did she have to be full strength?
Full strength.
Okay.
Maybe not 1v1, maybe Zoro gets involved.
Nah, 1v1.
1v1?
It's time.
And then we do our bad bullshit, we get the poneglyph, we save we save the country, whatever we have to do there.
Maybe Zoro gets involved. And then we fight Blackbeard 1v1.
And then we go to Raft out, go Blackbeard. Now, does God Valley throw a wrench in that? Maybe. It's still very unclear if it's still there.
So the Revs free the slaves off camera and become the new world government.
No, we got the good Marines overthrowing the world government.
How's Luffy involved in this?
Luffy's involved because Zabo's fucking quote-unquote captured and he's got to go to Marineford to save his brother. And he just fucking stomps through Marineford and
So they just
wipes
wreck
it out.
the Marineford.
Just fucking destroy
And
it.
then go to Marajora free the slaves.
Yeah.
We're not too dissimilar. I just think that the Navy fight will be a more formidable fight.
With all the emperors being there. Ridiculous. We're not doing this again. We're not repeating the same
We
arc.
did it with rocks.
What do you mean we did it with rocks?
Maybe Blackbeard
Gathers all the emperors.
gathers
How does he convince...
Big Mom.
How does he convince Kaido and Big Mom?
Revenge, we're going to take out Luffy.
No. They are not going under Blackbeard's banner ever.
I am the successor to Rocks.
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, it doesn't, yeah.
Absolutely not.
So you think this is the end war? But that isn't the end war.
I'm saying no war is bigger than this.
So you're saying this is the biggest war?
I'm saying the final arc is
that
not going to
cripples
be...
the Navy.
I'm saying the final arc, you're not going to see Kaido, you're not going to see Big Mom, you're not going to see Blackbeard. You're going to see Luffy versus Marines, that's it. It's not going to be the biggest war you're ever going to see. It's going to be here right now.
He's going to verse Rocks at his armor. Are you on board with that? Or are you still 50-50?
I'm saying I'm 50. I'm saying I'm 1090.
Okay.
That is fucking true.
Sure.
Alright?
I like it because it gives Army an excuse to be strong.
Okay. But there you go, alright? That's enough for this chapter. Now, of course, ratings. Transcendent chapter. Now, what does that mean? Better than a 10 out of 10 is transcendent. You will remember the place you were when you read this chapter.
It'll be referenced
This is
forever.
historic.
It's a reference point. We're talking bounties. We're talking turning point in the story. We're talking Rock's law that'll be referenced
Now,
for a long time.
how do you not give this chapter a 10 out of 10? How do you not give this chapter a 10 out of 10?
You read the wiki to catch up. That's how. like 2 weeks ago. That's how.
The 20-year promise made true, and you're gonna give this a 8 out of 10. Out of your fucking mind.
What do we give this, Christian? Because we have room to still grow.
It's a transcendent chapter.
Transcendent. Do we even score it?
It's transcendent.
Breaks limits.
We gave it for the Shanks in the Gorosei chapter. Alright? Last week 10 out of 10. This week transcendent. Transcendent. A historic event.
Max last week looked like a joke.
Alright. Last week is still fucking fantastic.
Pretty good chapter.
Let's not get it.
Really
Let's see
good
what.
chapter, sure.
Mihawk loose. Mihawk on the loose.
Checks his child in that chapter.
Like a child. Oh, man, come on. But you already forgotten about last week because
This
this week.
is what you read One Piece for.
Of course, topic of the show. We'll get into it.
And of course to see Luffy do his journey, Christian. But the law is so good. And we'll talk about it.
100%. Alright.
We're done here.
That's the end of the chapter. Next week, who the fuck knows where we are?
Alright, shout outs to Odin being the 2nd Division Commander of Whitebeard's ship.
Also, yes, confirm that information, alright?
More sauce to put on top.
That's just all sauce. Alright,
Alright.
there you go.
Also, say Goku again, Pirate King's final voyage. Will we get law?
We'll get the Pirate's final voyage eventually.
Sure.
Alright, now, if you can hear that, that's the secret dog in the room, alright? We didn't tell you, because she was asleep.
And there's a bunch
Yeah,
of
she's
camera
up.
issues, you know.
Alright. There you go. And we'll reset, we'll come
Save
back.
you this for a while, ladies and
Alright, there you
gentlemen.
go. Alright. Yeah, next week, where the fuck are we? We don't fucking know.
Oh,
right?
predictions. Back to Wano.
We said that last week. We weren't convinced it was going to be another reverie.
Well, he's kind of
yeah.
bridging it now. It kind of ended off weird last week.
But we're happy this happened. I'm not saying I'm not happy.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Who
fine.
gives a
What
fuck
do you
about
think this is?
predictions?
Who gives a fuck? Already delivered, and that's all I care about.
Oh,
All right.
it's delicious.
There you go. All right. strongest Shanks. Every week, we come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks? And every week, the answer. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. Now it's gotten worse this week. The listeners have gone backwards. You know.
Faiths have been tested.
Faiths have been tested. Not by us.
Of course.
The faithful will never lose their way. But there are people out there who think Kyler's the strongest. He's got a big bounty, but he ain't the strongest. People think Drake is the strongest. The man who didn't even go to Mojoa for the robbery. People think the sweetest man on the planet is the strongest. People think he was the strongest. And there are people out there that think I'm the strongest. But they're all incorrect. Because Shanks is the strongest. And Shanks is the God King. And every week, we come with 100% genuine, factual information. This week's evidence is Shanks is so strong that after only being an emperor for 4 years, he strolled into Marineford, stopping Kaido, making Akainu shit his pants, made Mihawk retreat in fear, and had the respect of Sengoku, leading to the end of the war. Who could forget? 4 years. That's 4 years in. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks the cookie. That's all you need. And there it is. Now, on to topic of the show. Oda Masterclass World Building. Now, Oda Master World Building. Master. This is what makes One Piece so good. It's not the fights. It's not character development. It's not pacing. It's not arc structure. It's world building. And this is what we live for. These chapters like these.
One of the deepest, richest worlds you'll find, Christian.
In fiction. Some people read some books. I'm not reading any books, alright? Alright? Not reading any books. But, Oda, Masterclass World Builder. Masterclass. He reveals numbers. And people's mind explodes.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
That's all you need to know. The reveal of numbers.
A man with less control would have given Whitebeard's bounty back in Alabasta.
Even Marineford.
Sure.
No, not Oda. Saving.
He makes you wait for it. He makes you beg for it.
The restraint on the man. The interconnected world. The legends of the world get added upon, get grown over time, over massive amounts of time.
Over 22 years?
People have been thinking about these numbers forever. I wonder what Roger's bounty is. First time you see a bounty in One Piece, you're like, I wonder what the Pirate King's bounty is. Some people thought you're never going to get it. Oda says, here it is. Randomly out of nowhere. Too good. Alright? But, some people say, why don't we just get this all the time? That's what makes it special. You need characters, you need arcs, you need fights to make us care about the story. You can't just have world building on its own with nothing around it, or it doesn't work. If we didn't see Whitebeard fight in Marineford, we wouldn't care about Whitebeard. You didn't see his actions, his deeds, what he stands for. We don't care about Whitebeard. His matter wouldn't matter. We still have terrifying big moments in Honkai Kong. See one-shot Kaido. Luke Kaido one-shot Luffy.
You need context around these dudes.
You need context around world building. You can't just flop world building out without any context, without anything. Alright, always.
You see Kaido one-shot Luffy. You see Kaido jump from the sky, Christian.
Sure. Makes you excited for Kaido.
Makes you excited for Roger, Whitebeard, Rocks.
All the people involved with Kaido. Alright? So, you can't just have post-arc all the time, because you need arc to have post-arc. You need story to have world building. You need fights, you need characters to have world building. Otherwise, you don't have anything, right? So, the world building, Oda's greatest strength. We all know this. Look over the My Hero. Would you say abysmal world building? Or would you say average world building? Nothing compares to One Piece in this department. We look at Deep Dragon Ball. There's no world building there. Oh, Frieza's this mystical world destroyer.
Don't even still really know what
He does, and he's Galactic Empire. What is it?
Still doesn't even know the inner workings of Capsule Corp.
Sure, it's been decades.
Don't know anything really.
All right, we look at Naruto. All right, only one village matters, and that's the Leaf Village, because all the history happened in one place.
Sure.
The world is tiny. The world seems tiny because there's 5 nations with 3 people in them,
and all the law happened in one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
World building, the scope of the story. You fill in the blanks with your own imagination. Oda hasn't gone in and painstakingly told you everything, right?
He hasn't shown you the fight with the Rocks Captain.
No, he's putting it in your imagination. You fill out the blanks for him. It's good storytelling is. Alright? You put the seeds there. Let them grow in people's minds. And then you give them more information. Grows the tree even bigger.
And then you harvest it.
Harvest it. Give us the reveal.
Plant more seeds.
It's how you keep the carrot on the stick. We're always going to be talking about, I wonder how strong Roger
You have
is.
legendary characters with legendary backstories. And they all connect.
Exactly.
In a situational way.
This is how you do world building. Oda, master at it. Master.
We still don't know
What?
anything about Roger.
Really, he's got some sort of...
We know he was in the Rocks fight.
We know he's extremely powerful.
We know that Oda keeps on talking about the Pirate King's final voyage.
We know everyone respects Roger. Right?
We haven't seen him swing a sword. Restraint is the key.
Yes.
Oda has control and restraint.
Over the hype.
He reins it in, Christian. He's a wrangle of hype.
He could have Shanks fought in Marineford.
He could have.
He could have, but he didn't. Because without him even hurting anyone, he ended the war. That's even more hype. He didn't even have to lift a finger to end the war.
He could have answered the question. Mihawk versus Shanks, what was that about? I'm not going to tell you.
Exactly. It just churns in your mind. You're always searching for answers about it. Alright? It's the carrot on the stick.
He tells you that Neko and Ino have history with the Kazuki.
Yeah.
Doesn't tell you about Odin much. You just see he mentions Odin. Doesn't tell you anything about the situation. We get that later. We get that here.
You have to experience the world through characters. You can't just be like, and here is this thing.
You have to plant his seeds and wait them to grow.
You can't be like, and here is the dark continent that didn't exist.
Right.
Can't do that. You can't do that.
I don't know.
Alright? You need to plant seeds. And Oda's the king of planting seeds. The king! Massive cast. Ridiculous cast of characters.
Legendary in their own right.
History! They could film many books. all notice head. Not going anywhere.
Whitebeard could have his own series. Roger could have his own series. Shanks could have his own
Dolph
series.
Mingo could have his own series.
Crocodile.
There's so many characters.
Garp.
The world is so rich and detailed. It has its own history, its own lore.
It built itself.
Exactly. That's how masterful Oda designed it. It built itself.
Yeah.
There are so many moving parts and history and all that kind of stuff. That just mingles and spreads across, comes back together, moves here, moves there. It builds itself. Oda doesn't have to go to massive lengths to explain why this happened and why that happened. It just makes sense because the world is so believable and rich. Right? There you go. Oda, masterclass world builder. We knew this. I'm just reminding people that don't understand One Piece and get mad about fights. You know, the fights are good. Alright? I'm not going to say they're not good. Some people say they're trash. Some people say, what's even the point? Alright?
Sure.
No. Fights are good. But this story ain't about fights. It adds context and helps us imagine things. Stories about world building. And that's
A great
obvious.
adventure in a deep and rich world.
Exactly. That's what it offers. It does it extremely well.
Sure.
Extremely well. There you go. There's the topic of the show. Oda Masterclass World Builder. I mean, not much to say there.
It requires a long time.
You need a massive amount of time to pull
Restraint.
this off. It's insane the amount of restraint in this man. Insane.
Thinking fuck. He'll make you wait.
20 years.
He is so confident in his story that he can afford to make you wait. Because you know
You come back.
He knows you're still gonna be there 10 years later.
Exactly. Master confidence in his story. Master. In restraint. And that's why I respect the GODA.
Respect it.
It is the biggest feat in restraint I've ever seen. 25 years in the game. Just gave us Roger's bounty. Just give us a little taste. They didn't show us Roger fight the rocks.
They didn't see Roger throw a sword beam that cut the entire island.
No. Restraint is key. Alright? We'll get that Roger flashback into the series. It's the reward for getting to the end of the journey.
Did you say that, Christian? Rewards.
Right? Oda's dropping rewards all the time. That's what post-arcade is. Rewards. Little bits and pieces here and there. Just to keep you on your toes. Keep you moving.
Sure.
Keep you speculating, alright? And there it is. Oda Master. Oda Master. Alright, there it is. Alright. POWERSCALE this week.
What
It's
do you wanna
time.
talk about? What are we talking about?
Gold D. Roger.
Do you have enough information?
We have all the information. Defeated Kaido, Big Mom, Whitebeard. Wait, not in Prime. Maybe Whitebeard Prime. He's 30. Maybe Whitebeard Prime.
Sure.
With Garp. Okay. Alright. With Garp.
5.5 bill.
5.5 bill bounty. Higher than Whitebeard. You could say, bad, doesn't matter. Whatever. That's a big number. As I said before, fought the Rock's captain.
This is your power scale, Christian.
Yeah.
You're the master. I'm not going to suggest things that perhaps might be blasphemous. Alright?
There's only one!
I'm not going to suggest things that might be blasphemous. I'm not going to say anything.
There's only one spot.
What are you saying?
I'm saying
Well,
it's an easy top tier.
of course.
Easy top tier. We have enough information.
Does it push the limits of top tier?
It does.
Are you sweaty? Are you...
No one can touch the God King Shanks.
Oh, who said I was suggesting that?
Top tier. Gold D. Roger.
No doubt of his strength.
No doubt.
And there was never any
Whatsoever.
doubt. There was never any doubt.
We just got the information. There's enough information.
Alright.
Put him in the top tier. Now what do you want to do?
I assume we have Sheik on the list.
Yes. We do. You want to rescale Shiki? Shiki not looking that good.
I think he's fine where he is.
Okay.
What I saw this week wasn't.
I mean, he was mentioned with the
anything
goons.
particular. Talk to me where Garp is. Where's Rayleigh?
Garp is in High, which is fair.
Okay, it's appropriate.
Appropriate. So, Rayleigh? High. Because he doesn't get the sauce. Now, do you want to talk about Ben Beckman, or is that just... That's too much?
Not yet.
Not yet? Alright, not yet. Do we have Yarsop on the list?
Let's talk about Yasop. We still can't talk about Yasop because there's not enough information. Alright, not enough information. Do you want to talk...
Do we have Queen?
Do we have Queen? Surely we have Queen.
We do not have Queen. No, we do have Queen.
We have King?
We have Ben Beckman on the list in High, and we're not going to put Yarsop.
We have Rue.
Lucky Roo. We do not have Lucky Roo.
Lucky Rue. Mentioned in the same breath as Ben Beckman. Mentioned
Why
in the
do you
trio.
not want to do Yarsop?
I feel like Rue's the second man.
Okay. The Sanji of the crew, some would say.
Sure. They talk about Shanks. Then they talk about his impregnable crew.
Sure. Big names.
They name specifically Beckman.
Roo.
Beckman.
Yeah.
Beckman.
ちょっとベンベックマン
Rue and Yasop. Famous. Pirates.
Yeah.
Put Rue right next to Beckman.
High tier.
Balanced crew.
Impregnable crew. Roo goes in the high tier. Roger in the top tier. There you go. We get some hype on the list. Finally.
Rue, Beckman, Sanji Zoro.
Okay.
Is there a rivalry going on?
So you want to put Beckman in high? That's what you're telling me. It's too much. We're gonna wait. The hype is there.
We have to see.
The hype is there.
We
The
have
hype
to
is
see.
there.
We
The
have to
hype
see.
is there.
Let's be conservative.
All
Before we
right.
get too reckless.
All right. Lucky Roo high tier.
Yeah. Ben Beckman.
Pirate King Uru top tier.
Yes.
There you go. There it is. That's the power scale. Welcome back.
Cushion corner.
What's your corner? It's been a couple hours since recording the last bits.
Mm-hmm.
Had a shower. Got ready. We've got a lot of questions this week. A lot. Yeah. So a lot of them the same questions, yes. A lot of people are going to get thrown out of court.
It's a blasphemous week.
Yes. Alright. A lot of people are out of line. Alright? And the first question is, will you continue the How Strong is Shanks segment? Because clearly it's a massive meme now. Surprised that you goofs.
Who is this?
This is from John Blow. John Blow. I can see. Still continuing YouTube, and Lanks got exposed for being the wiki song now. Yeah, out of court. Yeah, thrown out.
Now, Christian, the bit was that you just threw the paper about.
I can't. I don't got any paper anymore.
What if you throw that screen at the door?
Yeah, that's a very expensive bit. you
Okay.
know. Paper, doesn't get broken when you throw it.
You're out of court.
Yeah, out of court.
Next question.
How many people are gonna have to throw out of court this week?
A lot.
Oh. Next question. How do you feel about Shanks having the lowest bounty and Carter a big mum now?
We talked about this.
It's a feat. 6 years ago.
6 years. One arm became an emperor. Best crew.
It's a feat.
He's got room to grow.
Alright.
How do you become better than infinite?
He's the sum of all infinites, one. He's already better than infinite.
What?
So you don't, because he's already top dog, yeah?
Is it infinite to the power of infinite?
Yes.
Next question.
From the Beast 24. Does this mean that Mihawk was clashing with a non-Yonko level Shanks this whole time. Yes.
Correct.
And that's the big L.
I don't know about clashing. The duels are the word, but
Yeah. From Murder Crow. Is Shanks still the God King? Yes. He's
Of
always the
course.
God King. He's fucking question, man. We're just getting bombarded. Alright.
I wonder if the same people are gonna come back when Shanks one-shots Carter and Big Mom at the same time.
From Antonio with a real question.
Yes.
Do you think the Rocks Pirates was formed as a result of a Davy backfight back on Beehive Island, seeing how they were in friendly terms, not friendly towards one another? Shout out to Silver Hacks Shaki.
Apparently Silver Axe Shack is a thing
Okay.
that's been circulating on
Around the
Twitter.
internet.
Sure.
Davy backfight?
Nah. Seems like the Rock's captain gathered the most despicable men
And women.
for power.
Some sort of alliance. Don't you have to lose? Like, you'd have to have. Weren't they the captains of their. Surely they were the captains. Why would the captains leave the crew with the Davy backfight? I don't know about that, alright? From R.T. Do you think it's possible that Blackbeard is the bastard son of Zebek, similar to Ace and Roger's relationship? Or he was just inspired by Zebek? It could be. The timeline works out.
The sun is possible.
Timeline works out.
Sure.
Alright. From Arnold. Do you think Dofus attended the reverie when he was king of Dressrosa?
We saw the Wapple flashback. No, the flamenco.
Yeah, but the table was also 1 meter long with 3 people.
That's
on it.
true. Was that the last? That was the last reverie, right? The Wapple. No, that was
No.
ages ago. It's every 4 years.
Yeah.
You would imagine so.
You would imagine so. Yeah. From NT Mert. Is Rox still lurking about in some secret island likely to have made an hypothetical appearance later down the line like Madara did in Shippuden? Or is he actually dead? Deadwood...
What are your thoughts? Is he dead?
I'm gonna say dead.
If alive, what's the story?
If alive, turning up in Wano. It's clearly severely weakened. You have to be like 90 plus. Very old man.
I'm a possibility still out there.
That's crazy. I'm a possibility.
Hey, it makes more sense than this random figure being eternal
Yeah.
and doing nothing.
From Dev. Apparently Miss Arc reviews. New World ones would be nice. Yeah. Also, Garp seems like he's the one coming to Wano. Hashtag Garp season. Hashtag Warp. Alright.
Shout out to Garp.
Yeah, people hype for Garp.
People
Alright.
will come on board, Christian.
I feel the chapter has turned power scaling on its head. Shanks commanders are basically said to be the best, and 2 Yonko level characters are implied to have beaten 2 Yonko level characters, with 2 at least commander level people helping. I feel anyone could grow to be any stronger given time at this point.
Yes, Katakuri can still become an emperor, Christian.
If he needs to be.
I don't know if power scaling has really gone on top of his head. It's just confirmed things that we've been talking about,
Yeah.
as always.
Yeah. Alright, from Derek's Dixar. Who was the most overpowered character in the series, and why is it Shanks? And Shanks is the God King.
Emperor One Arm.
6 years. 4
Haki.
bill. 6 years, 4 bill.
Awakened his haki. Because he awakened his heart to the Monkey D.
6 years, 4 bill. That's all you gotta say. That's all you gotta say. From Danto, 69. Was there a specific feat that earned Shanks the title of Yonko 6 years ago? And was there anyone else who was referred to as a Yonko before Shanks, or were there just 3?
Well,
Just 3.
it's assumed that Shiki lost, like, Shiki was the 4th and then the position was unfilled. But it doesn't have to be 4, as we've spoken about many
This
times.
is why the term Yonko, don't like it.
Okay,
Emperor.
that's what Oda calls him.
Yeah, but he also says Emperor a lot.
What was I gonna say? Yes, from what we've seen, usually one event makes you an emperor, such as beating Marco. There's usually an inflection point.
Yeah.
What?
Kaido taking over Wano.
Kaido maybe taking over Wano. Big Mom, I don't know.
Yeah.
We see with Luffy, Big Mom, according to Morgans, and became an emperor.
That's right.
So we assume 6 years ago, crazy event.
Crazy, absolute insanity.
What do you think it was? Give me a guess. That's what you think that event is.
Shanks destroying Akainu in a fight, and that's why he's so sweaty.
That's fair.
I think that's what happened. Right. From Review R, do you see Kobe reaching Garp's level by end of series? I can see Luffy surpassing Roger at Rocks, and Kobe I can't see reaching that level.
We said this last week. If Oda is serious about the parallels to Kobe, he must beat Boa.
Must. But, it's Boa.
It's ridiculous to assume he's going to help Luffy take out Big Mom and Kaido. Luffy can't do that. No reason why Kobe should. Unless he's an SSG and got massive power-ups by some science nonsense. Which doesn't really make me feel that good, but,
Yeah. For Mugtown Toll.
He's kind of left it too late for Kobe, to be honest. Should have started.
He can still bloom or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I know, but he's got a long way to go.
Okay. From Mugtown Toll. The water poster you guys made for Shanks says dead, off, alive. It said not dead or alive.
We'll change it.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure I did all.
Might have been cut off or some shit.
It's probably cut off and the font's weird.
Okay.
But I'll have a look.
Second question. Shanks bet his arm on Luffy, the next generation. Lost it facing a baby Sea King.
I don't know about Baby Sea King.
Pal bet his life on the Straw Hats and faced a nuke. And Pal therefore greater than Shanks. You're thrown out of court!
Out of court again.
Out of court. You just...
Absolute nonsense. But Shanks did indeed bloom his haki when he indeed sacrificed for the new generation.
That's right. From Danto, again. Who are your favorite villains in the series? I like a little bit of Crocodile.
You do like Crocodile.
I like a bit of Doflamingo. How can you forget Doflamingo?
Sure.
I like a bit of Blackbeard.
Mingo's pretty good.
I already said Doflamingo.
Mingo's pretty good though.
It's just
How can you get past that laugh?
laugh's great, demeanor's great. Yeah, people love Doflamingo for a reason. Great arc villain. Crocodile's pretty good. Rob Lucci's a good straight man,
Do you think we'll get some depth out of Kaido?
Yeah, eventually.
Katakuri.
Katakuri not a villain.
Antagonist.
Antagonist. There you go. From Geordie T. Having had 30 kids already when Rox was defeated, do you think Big Mom's kids were raised like Luffy and Ace by someone who left them to defend for themselves?
Yes.
Yeah.
We saw that in the Katakuri flashback.
Yeah.
Big Mom didn't give a fuck. Just left him in a port town somewhere.
That's right.
I'll come back when he's strong.
She's farming strong members of her crew.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good strategy? A lot of time investment.
Sure.
What do you think about Big Mom's strategy versus Kaido's strategy? To gather strong people.
Well, she's got Katakuri. We'll see what King does.
Alright. From Hidden Pandas. Are you available on podcast apps or only YouTube?
We are on SoundCloud.
Are you on Apple Podcasts?
I gotta update it.
Gotta update it, so yes.
There's problems there that I have to fix. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you said last week about $5 Patreon shit. Is that possible?
For what?
Early video.
Yes.
How is that possible? With
Private link, Christian.
Okay.
To
Yeah,
an
it's possible.
Private link to
Worked
an
it out.
unlisted video. We did it last week. What are you talking about?
Well, there were some issues.
We did it.
We did it. Okay, so you can get early video, you can get early sound
On Patreon.
on Patreon. You subscribe with the levels, and you get the content.
Some hours early.
Some hours early. That's right. At least what? 12?
More than 2.
More than 2. Okay.
But far more than 2.
Okay. All right.
Usually overnight.
From Raz NZ. First and foremost, this bounty indicates strength. Let's just hope I don't have to throw this man out of court.
Just read the entire thing first.
Also, last week you guys talked about Pluton and the weapon blueprints that Frankie destroyed. Recently, rewatching with my partner. And the blueprints were 100% stated to be a countermeasure for it. They're a countermeasure for someone. They're a countermeasure if someone were to use Pluton. Do you think it's possible that based off this and last week's chapter, Blackbeard ends up with Pluton and possibly Uranus with the Straw Hats have Frankie built the counter Pluton and will have
Hiroshi for Poseidon.
Poseidon, yeah.
Man confirmed it.
I haven't confirmed it.
Christian hasn't confirmed it. Man confirmed it.
Why? But CP9 were after him for the blueprints to the Pluton. Is there a mistranslation?
We'll have to get the books out, Christian.
It
We
doesn't-
have to clean this up for good. We
It doesn't
appreciate
really-
the man rewatching it, though.
Sure, it doesn't really make sense. Like, why would Tom pass down the blueprints for a countermeasure against Pluton if Pluton isn't a ship?
Okay. We'll have to reread. But we
Okay.
appreciate the man's time.
Alright.
Bounty. Does it
Alright.
indicate strength? No, it doesn't. It kind of does, but kind of doesn't. As we see with Usopp, Christian, as we see with Buggy, as we see with Sanji, even. Is that all? What did your issue? There's just dead air here.
I'm just thinking,
What's going on?
why would Oda
What? Why would I do what?
have the CP9?
You're still thinking about CP9, huh?
Yeah, you can't stop.
Listen,
Think
Christian,
about
we're
Rob
just gonna
Roach.
have to confirm it ourselves. We have to read the manga.
Alright. I have to read the manga, get the facts from the manga. Alright.
Shout out to Taekwondo.
That's not good. Alright. Last part. Big fan of the podcast, lads. Love the banter. Really appreciate you guys. Take the time to do this question corner. Christian, your haircut looking better every week. You handsome devil. Definitely looking forward to that co-host position. He wants me to get the rank up.
He's looking forward to it, Christian. He's not saying you're there yet. You're not there yet.
When is it gonna happen?
When I come back and I see that you're prepared, that you have some kind of system that works, that there's not issues. There's always issues.
Well, is what it is.
When I see no errors in the video,
There were no errors last
there's
week.
plenty of errors. Alright? You're still not getting the transitions down.
Okay. Moving on.
And also when there's 5,000 signatures on the ballot, which still hasn't happened.
We don't have 5,000 subs. I don't understand where you want these.
I think you got like 17.
I don't know where you want these mystical.
There's a faction
positions.
that doesn't want you to be the co-host. How could I ignore those people as well?
Is the movement dead?
The
Is
movie's
there no more hope? There's always hope.
There was a little attempt at a coup d'etat,
As
and
said,
it failed miserably.
as said by Star Wars.
What happened was,
As said by Star Wars,
yeah,
you can't kill hope.
what happened was, right, Badger tried to pull a coup. And I just steamrolled over it with my tanks. It was three
As
men.
said-
It was 3 men trying to get into Area 51.
As said-
and he got demolished.
As said by Salfag, you can't kill hope. All right, you can't do it.
Shoutouts to cliches
All right, you
in
can't.
storytelling.
You can't kill hope. All right, you
Will
try.
Luffy ever say you can't kill hope?
I think he'll say, "I am the Pirate King Guru."
There you go.
All right. Next question from Hyphy Sama? T-False had stuff here, but is there any potential law as part of the sword has covered up and was undercover watching Luffy, similar to how to Drake / Kaido, Kuzan / Blackbeard?
Possible. Could the Corazon connection, people assume Corazon was a part of Sword. Wouldn't shock me. I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know about that because it's the Dressrosa event, and the Marines would be extremely mad at him.
But would they know that he's a secret man?
How secret is his secret group?
That's right, that's what I'm saying. Because if Kuzan is indeed a part of Sword, Smoker would know. But he's asking questions, what are you doing?
But we're talking about admirals. We're talking about Fujitora. We're talking about Sakazuki.
Maybe this is a secret covert group headed by Garp.
Just Garp.
His group.
Sengoku was there.
Sengoku as well, perhaps.
Talking of law.
Sengoku and Garp, secret sword unit to keep Akeno in check.
What was the reason? No, Sengoku did not arrest Law because of Corazon.
Yes.
So
it wouldn't surprise me, Christian. They need some explanation. This could be just a rogue faction within the Navy that no one knows about apart from Sword Unit.
it's a rogue sword unit
Yeah.
faction.
Perhaps.
I mean, Kobe did Kobe have to get away from everyone, or was that Derek? Jake was in a secluded area.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta go reread that,
Sure.
but I can see it. But yeah, the Dressrosa incident, it seemed like that was more personal than any secret mission. You know what I mean?
Well, obviously, Christian.
Maybe he's deep undercover for Fujitora and did all this shit just to get the world system abolished. Maybe Fujitora, rogue leader of Sword.
Christian, everyone knows Fujitora is a random member of society that was pulled to be an admiral.
I'm depixelating, mate.
You did pixelating.
The Matrix broke for a second.
Well, you know. The camera does that sometimes. What are you gonna do?
There you go. Alright. From Luca. Do you also pick up on the fact that the world government didn't raise Shanks' bounty anymore due to the fear of what he might do in retaliation if they were to upset him? Well, you don't want to upset Shanks.
You give him the time of day, or you
die.
perish.
You die.
He becomes a demon when you annoy him. Christian.
Annoy him. Don't annoy the Shanks.
The god becomes a devil. If you indeed annoy him.
Alright, that's new law. From Hyphen Summer again. With the potential Blackbeard and Rock's relationship, do you think Rock's in the previous use of the Yum Yum no Mi? We talked about this.
Discuss this. Doesn't really make
Whitebeard
sense.
would have mentioned it. Garp would have mentioned it.
Sengoku.
Sengoku would have mentioned it. Nah.
Even Whitebeard would have known what the Delphi did. He seemed confused as to what the Delphi did.
Okay.
So
Maybe he has dementia. He's old age.
he's old and sick.
So we'll see about that.
Shout out to Whitebeard, mate. 500 billion.
From Zafat, is Kobe a rear admiral? And given how Luffy always overpowers Kobe, does that mean Luffy, strength-wise, is admiral level? Yes. Gear 4.
Weird math, though.
Strange math.
Strange how he got there.
I mean, wouldn't you say vice admiral?
Sure.
Is it okay? Sure.
Strange math. But Luffy will be admiral level by
Like,
the time one is over. Everyone
Luffy's
knows that.
Gear 4, like normal mode, like
People
Gear 4
are-
Batman overpowers first commanders.
People are ignoring how overpowered he's going to be in base form now with this Rio.
Okay.
He's going to actually do damage in base form, Christian. What do you think about that?
From Zaraki. Firstly, thank you for answering my 10 questions last time. I'm sorry for that. I promise that I'll try to keep questions to a minimum.
That's alright.
This question is a mouthful. Do you think that it is possible for Shanks to be the strongest living pirate, despite not having the highest bounty, or even for Beckman, at the very least, to be the stronger than other emperors or emperors, considering how his crew is the most balanced? I think he's trying to say that Beckman around Shanks level. And Shanks is the strongest pirate.
Shanks is, well, to answer his first question, obviously Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King.
Of course.
Now, the right-hand man to the God King must indeed be powerful. Very high possibility that he has more of a bounty than Blackbeard, which would be ridiculous, but hilarious.
That would be hilarious. Very hilarious.
Mihawk's bounty. What's your prediction on that one? 1.5, 1 point something, 1.
He's very strong. No influence, no crew.
Maybe he fucks
no
up a bunch of
events.
Marines right now.
That's true. You could do that, but I'm thinking overbuild.
We don't know much lore about Mihawk. We just know that he's the world's strongest and he fought Shanks a bunch of times.
I'm gonna go Bill because we need events. You know.
Much like there was an incident of Law becoming a warlord, perhaps there was an incident of Mihawk becoming a warlord.
Over a Bill. Over a Bill.
It's a fair. No more than 2.
He's not gonna be higher than Blackbeard.
What if he's like 3.6 bill? Is
like-
Drizzt-kun correct? It's a bit out of nowhere.
Here's the problem: no crew, no influence, no events. Luffy,
Influence on events we don't know.
well, right
No
now,
crew.
like no crew, no territory.
It's got his island.
That's been bombed. He left his island, right? So he's an impressive single man, but he's a single man. You know. So yeah. From Ethereal. It turns out Garp needed the help of the future Pro King for his biggest achievement, but somehow that's a massive boost to his portrayal. Even Garp fanboys gone senile. Well,
Rocks, Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, Shiki,
there's so many characters in the
Silver
line.
Axe.
It's not that it's. I don't know that it's a.
Not Salt and Pepper Garp, not Prime Garp.
Salt and Pepper Prime Garp, apparently, according to Eric.
Obviously.
So, I'm not really sure that, like, before this, Garp was the one to say, like, Garp was the only one to get credit for this. But now Roger was there. So, like, it depends. It all depends on where your spin was, you know?
Sure.
Did you think Roger was weak? Did you think Garp was weak before? Now that this new information comes
That
out,
panel
you can spin it how you
That
want.
panel was legendary that we got this week.
Exactly.
Of Garp.
Exactly. So, you know. We'll
And
see.
he fought side by side with the Pirate King, which says something.
Yep. So, there you go. From Murder Kate Crow. Predictions on Mihawk's bounty, my guess is flat 2 bill. Yeah, flat 2 bill.
Fair enough.
I don't think it's higher than Blackbeard's. Yeah, we've already said why. Like, I don't think it's higher than Blackbeard's. From Abdel. What do you think that the Gon King will do to test Luffy and his crew? Could it be a Davy back fight or an actual fight, or will he just acknowledge them?
Well, he's telling him Wano, Christian.
Sure. So
They fight back to back Rush Hour style against Big Mom Kaido.
Benny in action, Shanks in action. Not ready.
We're not ready.
You're not ready.
No one's ready to see the man, Christian.
The feast, the after battle feast, with Shanks and Luffy.
Yes.
The legendary Shanks parties. Well, how you can survive the God King party? That's a feat in itself,
Sure.
right?
Maybe that's my banquet that I want.
Meaning with Mihawk, you have to be at least Mihawk level to survive that Shanks party. Right? So,
Unlike Big Mom and Kaido, Shanks has no character defects that nerf him also. I'll just point that out.
I guess you could say honor. Because, you know, Blackbeard's gonna get that.
Kaido, Big Mom can't swim. Kaido can't swim, but Shanks can. Can't get amnesia from water, Christian.
That's right. So, how do you want him? How do you want Shanks to acknowledge Luffy's crew?
I just want any acknowledgement.
Is anything?
Just anything.
Okay.
Baby back fights a bit. What are they fighting for? Is it the straw
It's
hat?
a bit of fun.
Does Benny join the crew?
We get Benny on that crew.
That's too much. Surely it's too much.
You're already Pirate King at that level.
Alright.
Right. From Bill Nguyen. How was it Yonko Shanks? Who was Yonko before Shanks 6 years ago? Or was it just Big Mom, Kaido, and Whitebeard being the Sunko? Yeah, I don't know that there has to be 4. Like, that's just like this era.
Yeah.
You know? Just this era. I don't. You know, Whitebeard's era, Roger's era, The Rock's era. That I don't think there has to be 4 emperors.
Well, there's a missing Emperor for... When was Chapter 0? 22 years ago.
Yeah.
So there was missing fourth Emperor for 5 years. 22 years ago, minus 6 is 16 years. So there you go. If Shiki was an emperor, of course.
Shiki, I'm pretty sure it's confirmed he was an emperor.
Okay.
So, I'm just thinking, like, well, I don't know that there has to be 4 emperors all the
There's
time.
no secret fourth emperor. They would have been mentioned at some point. Surely.
Okay, all right, there you go. Yeah,
Why?
like they would have been brought up in the legends of the past.
It's not that long ago.
I thought Shiki's bounty wasn't revealed.
He's not in the story technically.
Okay.
He's been silhouetted twice.
Yeah, basically, and talked about twice.
I mean, Chapter 0, but
yeah. From 1D piece. How many questions did I skip? We're on Bill New Alright. From Amando de la Breccia. If Blackbeard is somehow associated with the Rock's captain, do you think it influences him to acquire the darkness fruit? God already answered this. Whitebeard would have mentioned it, and Goku would have mentioned it, Garp would have mentioned it. It's unlikely. Yeah, I don't think so.
maybe it was his treasure or something.
Yeah.
Maybe he knew the legend because of rocks.
Maybe he got the Devil Fruit book off him.
Sure, maybe.
From 1D piece. It's interesting how Whitebeard was in Rock's crew, who was rival to Roger, and Blackbeard was in Whitebeard's crew, who was the rival to Luffy. Not really a question, but yeah.
Yeah.
From Cole Irim. Do you think Dragon has the highest bounty in the series? And Goku said Roger had the highest bounty of any pirate, but Dragon is a revolutionary. Yes, Dragon has the highest bounty. It's already been stated.
Most dangerous man, most wanted man.
We said it before.
Probably 6
Probably
bill.
6. It's not going to be like 10.
It's too much.
Too much, alright? It's too much. Alright, from Eric Romo. How strong is Shanks is a bit awkward now, huh? But Shanks is still in the chapter, so 10 out of 10. Now,
What do you think about that?
I don't know why it would be awkward. But then he goes and praises Shanks, so he's throwing me off. I'll let it.
A warning.
A warning.
The bailiff is giving him a bit of a
side look. Alright. How big is Mihawk's bounty? It's going to be 3.5 to 4 billion. Thoughts?
Too high.
Too high.
Too
He doesn't have any influence, and he's only one man, no crew. Hasn't really done anything.
high. Higher than Blackbeard.
It can't be higher than Blackbeard. You know how much effort
He's an
Blackbeard's putting
emperor.
in? Can't be higher than Blackbeard's.
It'd be good if we knew like what he's done, but we don't really know what
But, like,
Mihawk's really done.
Mihawk's just like, I've just been
I mean, they
sitting
could
here
go
years.
overboard because they're mad because the system's done.
But it's not his fault.
Yeah,
It's not like he did anything.
and they are comparing what to do with the Emperor bounties.
Yeah, but Blackbeard has power and influence. Mihawk doesn't.
Sure.
He's a very powerful singular man. Sure. I think 2 bill is
Fair enough.
fair, I think. From Cole again. Do you think that Garp's fighting with Roger is foreshadowed that Garp or Kobe will fight with Luffy in the final war?
Yeah.
Right now, in Wano, sure. Right now. Let's go. Rock's rematch is Wano. I think that's pretty obvious. They're talking like the Rocks is already back together with Luffy and Kaido. So, there you go. Alright, from AZ fan. There's a connection between Rocks and Teach. One of his ships is called Zebek, and he's based off Pirate Island. Teach will inherit Rocks' will, and Luffy will inherit Roger's will. Yeah, we've said that, and that's not a question. So, put questions in the question corner. Right? Did Roger give his sword to Shanks? Roger's sword in his chapter looks like the sword Shanks has now. Well,
Possible.
You know, they're using basic swords, not like they're fancy designs. So,
I'd have to look at the panel again.
Possible.
For specific details, because we all remember what Shanks' sword is like.
it's on the shelf.
Yes.
Alright. From Bill Nguyen again. How many times did you come up with how many times did you come when you learned that Shanks single-handedly became a Yongo? A lot. Single-handedly because you're one hand, because you're dumb, and he became an emperor. That's
He's
the thing.
dominant
Why
on
do
him.
people not acknowledge the feat?
It's ridiculous.
Alright.
Shout outs to the boy, to the goat. We didn't even talk about that sexual poster.
It's too much, alright? It's too much. We're gonna get it blown up, we're gonna cover that black shit with a giant Shanks poster.
Is that so?
Alright? I'm gonna do some magic. We'll get it done.
Yeah.
From Gilberto. Could you guys have an anime fan talk on as a guest? Seeing as he's Carter's biggest stand since his introduction.
He's very aggressive on Twitter, which doesn't fare well
What do you
for
mean
his
by
chances.
What do you mean by aggressive?
He's just coming at me all the time, Christian, with aggressive language that I don't appreciate. Alright?
To the Twitter beef base, you know, that's interesting.
Well, I'd have to talk to him
Find out.
beforehand on maybe a different stream. I don't
Okay.
really invite guests that I don't really know specifically.
All right.
Have a
Yeah.
conversation with the people before you invite them on. They could be reckless, Christian.
That's true. Wildman.
Yeah.
All right, we don't need that Wildman energy, right? From what Sam said, how OP is the man Roger? You know, he's a pirate king.
For a reason.
He's he's stronger than Whitebeard, and that's I think that's a fact. All right.
Alright.
From NBA 20, why is Shanks the strongest? 92 weeks. Been saying why.
6 years, one arm. Stopped the war, stopped Kaido. Strolls up to
4 years
Marineford. Takes the bodies of Whitebeard and Ace.
4 years.
And
4
Marineford.
years. Stops everything.
Blackbeard not ready.
No.
Akainu sweaty, of course.
From Michael. Question corner. Do you
Also,
guys?
fucking, he's always mentioned with names such as Roger and Whitebeard.
What does that say to you? What does that mean to you? All right.
You figure it out.
All right. Okay. Question corner. Do you guys think that Rocks gained the powerful crew through debut back fights, since it was stated on it all started on Beehive Wild?
Is this the same question, or is it a different person?
It's a different person. Similar question.
I don't think Big Mama Carter playing by the rules, nor Rocks.
And they're the captain. Surely they're the captains of their crew.
Yeah.
The respective crews. I think it was some sort of deal, some sort of alliance, some sort of
Let's fuck the world up.
yeah. No, yeah, I know about this debut back fight
Sure.
stuff. Like, why would they join? Like, why would they accept those terms?
Mm-hmm.
From Jordan Lee, question corner. Based on the latest chapter of OP, 957, Carter, Whitebeard, Big Mom were slightly older than Luffy when Rocks was defeated around 30 years old. That's like 10 years. I don't know if that's slightly.
And 20 they weren't 30.
I think Whitebeard was 30.
Whitebeard was 30.
Yeah.
Big Mom 68.
Do you think all three were around Luffy's current level at the age of 30?
68.
Does this show there will be
Yeah, she
another
was
time
30.
skip, even though
No, she's not 68. She's 60. She's 68?
68?
So she was 30.
It's 30. She's already had 30 kids by this time.
It's a lot.
A lot of kids, alright? Do you think and there's going to be a time skip where Luffy goes to 30?
Well, Luffy's going to be the GOAT, so he doesn't necessarily have to be that old.
We don't have to necessarily need another time skip, you know?
Oda said that he doesn't want Luffy to become an adult. Apparently, 20 makes him an adult.
He's going on to say even Shanks wasn't, a Yonko at age 21. Therefore, Luffy should be a bit older to be the Pirate King. It's not realistic for a 21-year-old to be a Pirate King / Yonko level. Why were you saying 21? He's 19. You think there's going to be a 2-year time skip?
Maybe. Maybe he thinks he's 21. Zoro's 21.
Zoro's 21.
Luffy's
Luffy's
not
going to be 19
yeah.
and Pirate King.
Maybe 20.
Alright. It's not realistic for a 21 to be Pirate Kings like Yonko level with little experience on the seas. End of series Luffy, when he fights Blackbeard, should be a full-grown, mature man. As one gets stronger, as he gets experience, harder to get even stronger. Luffy perhaps gets there fast due to his good mentorship, e.g. Rayleigh and Garp. So he becomes Pirate King at the ages 30 to 40 and makes sense really.
Think about the journey of the Monkey D. Turn the world upside down. I don't think many pirates do anything of note for
a long time.
Long stretches of time.
If you think about the pre-time skip, it was 6 months. There's no time.
He's declaring war on the government. He's taking out
warlords left and right.
He's doing a lot. Alright?
So, not necessarily sure that the realism...
He's just doing all the events to become a Pirate King in record time.
Yeah, like the quote-unquote realism... Like, Blackbeard's
he's
40.
also going to be the GOAT of the verse.
Of the verse, so.
And of all time, so...
Blackbeard, quote-unquote, like, he's 40 and he's still, the weakest emperor. So, like, Luffy's closing the gap pretty fast.
Sure.
But the MC plot armor, Eric, makes him get there fast. I mean, you want 10-year time skips?
It's destiny, apparently, Christian.
Okay. I'm not, we're not doing that.
Shoutouts to Dritz. He keeps on saying it to bait me.
This chapter was the best chapter I can remember for a long time. I take a huge L for that Mihawk killing Kawina question last week. Completely out of order, but funny to look back on it. That was
It was very strange.
Got another question for us. Eric seems happy that One Piece is over 80% done, while Christian wants to go on for more than 20 years. I think it's the other way around. I think for One Piece to be...
Well, you think Wano's going to go 200 chapters. Still.
I think Wano's the final war.
I don't know.
So...
I'm fine with One Piece ending. When Oda wants to end it. Yeah, well, what's the question?
I think for One Piece to be undisputed greatest story of all time, it should go on for at least 1,500 chapters to flesh everything out and give its depth. It's not gonna reach that.
That would be including like doing entire arcs about like rocks and entire arcs about the ancient history.
Not gonna reach it.
Which is not really required. You can have like 5 chapters on the rocks. You can even have lore dished out like we're doing now. You don't need like
1,500 chapters.
People are like, you need to flesh out stuff, right?
Let's have
But you got to think about it like this. What do we need to do? We need to do the ancient history. Luffy needs to become the Pirate King. Get the last poneglyph. More lore, right?
Yeah.
So you're not gonna get an entire arc about the ancient history.
Also,
you get a conversation about the ancient history from some character that knows it, and between Robin and the crew. That'll be 2 chapters.
So,
maybe a little flashback.
But 1,500 chapters. Every volume's like... Look at that shelf, right?
Yeah.
Every volume, around 10 chapters.
Sure.
That would be almost every volume on the shelf worth of extra chapters.
That'd be 5 Dressrosas.
It's not happening.
That's a bit much.
Not happening. And look at every single volume on that shelf. Dump it on the story. It's not happening.
1,200 is pretty good.
1,200 is the best estimate. Around 300 chapters left. It's around 3 arcs. 3 long arcs.
That's about... How many years is that?
Well, finish Wano will be 1,050.
Yeah.
Around there.
Maybe.
A couple of small arcs, Raftel.
50.
1,300. 1,200, 1,300. 1,500 is way, like...
That's like
the same
7
amount of
years,
chapters.
300 chapters. Also.
He does 40 chapters a year.
Yeah.
So it's like 7 years, yeah.
Yeah, 7, 8
Yeah.
years.
I doubt that's...
Which is over his estimate of 5.
Yeah. So 1,500 doesn't seem likely. Alright? 10 more years he wants. I don't know if he's got the stamina to do it, man. He's already taking breaks.
I don't think it's required to flesh out the story.
Yeah.
Unless you want, Luffy to be 30 when he gets to become Pirate King.
Bill Nguyen has another question.
Sure.
Perhaps Big Mom and Kaido decided to team up was partially because of the news about the Shichibukai abolishment. According to the timeline, they met and began fighting the day Reverie ended. If this is confirmed, Oda did a surprisingly good job at timing. They fought for at least a day and then heard the news. The 3 strongest forces in the world are Yonko, the Marines, and the Shichibukai, with the latter 2 existing to combat the Yonko. Now, one of these factions, or one of these forces is gone. The world's balance is off by a never-before-seen margin. Kaido's plan from the beginning was to gather an army and start the war to destroy the world. Yeah, kinda. He lost his supply of Smile, but now he has the best reinforcement in the world, Big Mom. Plus, no more Shichibukai. I mean...
Well, they're allied because of Rock's history.
The only relevant warlord...
They said, let's team up to rule the world, and then we'll fight for it after.
So they want to continue the
Rox's will.
Rox's plan.
Yeah.
And the only relevant...
And they're going to get done by Monkey D again.
The only relevant warlord to an emperor would be Mihawk.
Yeah.
Like, Doflamingo, Kaido's like, what's his man? Just throws him out the window. He will just throw him out the window.
He would have punched him in the head. He would have
One
died.
shot.
The Bagua.
The Thunder Bagua one shot's bingo. Now, some people say that's crazy.
That's fair.
I see.
One shot post Whole Kai and Luffy.
In Gear 4.
In Gear 4.
The tank is... Not the tank is Gear 4, but...
Doflamingo couldn't even touch Gear 4.
You would one-shot Doflamingo, one-shot Boa, Mihawk. Give him a little bit of a fight.
Maybe gets a block in.
Okay.
Gets a block in.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Do you think? Yeah. So basically, the greatest war is going to be the Fire Fest. What do you think about that? Got his big war that he wants. They should know about.
Well, the villain get foiled, alright? They don't get what they want.
Alright.
So people need to remember that as well.
The original patron guts. Usopp versus Ryuma's zombie locked in the mirror world. Both combatants have weapons. This time, who would win?
Usopp.
First time skip Usopp? Yeah, sure. I'll give it to Usopp. Just snipe that salt in that mouth. Win. And he has the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So, Usopp. From Red Robin Podcast. What do you guys think of Shanks' bounty poster? To me, it's slight evidence of his characterization as the only civilized emperor. He's the only one that looks casual, while all the others are made to look vicious.
Oh, he's the go.
He does have the best wonder poster.
He has a godly presence about him, Christian.
Exactly.
Some would say.
Exactly. That's obvious. And it's a great poster. It's the greatest poster. So there you go. From Hebihime, the ultimate waifu trademark. So if Big Mom is so-called weakest Yonko, why is her bounty the second highest? Is it because not only did she breed her crew, but she was also a rocks pirate? Well, she's been in the game.
A little undertone of passive aggressiveness coming from this comment, Christian.
No.
We never said Big Mom was the weakest.
A lot of people say Big Mom is the weakest. First introduced, first shown. There's a rule about that, but I don't necessarily... I think she's equal to Kaido. I don't think that's controversial.
People just get...
They're like paralleled.
People just get...
People
just get distracted by big muscles.
I think Big Mom and Kaido are equal. You see it with the feeds. You see it with the how they're constantly mirrored with each other. They're together
Related
a lot.
in
Now they've got an
past.
alliance. So there you go. Also, do you think Bonnie used her devil fruit to help Zaba and the other revolutionaries escape with Kuma? Also, no, Kuma is her father. Yeah. I guess that's confirmed, right?
Kinda.
Kinda.
Maybe Bonnie would have.
And that in combination, she aged Cobra and Vivi had having no choice, had to flee with the younger versions of her father with the revolutionary army and Bonnie. So do you think that Zabo was turned into a kid and that's how he escaped?
There's many ways for Zaba to escape. We had Molly
The
there.
Kuma bubble, Molly,
There's a lot of ways.
Karasu bullshit.
Whatever his devil fruit
Yeah,
is.
whatever his devil fruit is. And the last thing here, Pierce Eric, tell Eric I'll take no lower than $2.99 for a night's work. Now I don't know necessarily what that means.
What was it?
I don't necessarily.
Who is this?
This is Heavy. He made the ultimate wife.
What did she say?
P.S. Tell Eric
Yeah.
I'll take no lower than $2.99 for a night's work.
$2.99. That is the retort to Hebby.
Yeah.
Does that include everything? What are we talking about? All right. Let me know.
Let him know. All right. I don't know what kind of backdoor deal you two are working on.
That's what I'm talking about. Does it include backdoor deals?
Okay. There you go. Dart from the Blue Force podcast.
Sure.
Where would you guys put the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the PowerScale trash?
Would they be Balmair? Would they be
Sure.
Spandam?
Sure. Maybe low.
Low.
Not being Arlong.
Low,
You keep on forgetting Arlong's in low.
Well, all four of them together, or what? Or
All four
or
of them together aren't beating Arlong. Arlong's tall buildings.
Yeah.
There you go. And here we go. From 155 Kinderheim. Please read this, please.
All right.
Now,
What is this?
this is straight slander.
Is this the essay that you're
This is
referring?
the essay I was foreshadowing.
How do you feel about this, Christian?
Should I even give it the time of day?
Let's read it. We'll pick it apart at the end.
Shanks is not the strongest because he chose not to be for the same reason that Mihawk's problem with him. Opening line.
Okay.
Already infuriated. Shanks became an emperor. Shanks became an emperor with one arm, and that's proof he surely could have been greater, or at least slightly greater than emperor, if he didn't lose the arm. But he chose not to, saying he's betting on Luffy instead of surpassing emperors, and that's where Mihawk calls him a has-been. Mihawk never called him a has-been. He refused to fight him in Marineford. He said, I agreed to fight Whitebeard. I did not agree to fight Shanks.
What about the quote when he's on the island and he says he doesn't want to fight a has-been after Shanks offers him to fight for a duel?
Clearly banter.
Okay.
And then they proceed to have a nice little drink together. Clearly friends.
Sure.
Clearly banter. Alright?
Next segment.
Next segment. Zoro wasn't stronger than Shanks in East Blue, but he showed enough potential to race to the top that he earned Mihawk's respect enough. Then, a few chapters later, Mihawk meets a top tier and blatantly says he doesn't respect this man. But they're friends. They drink together. They enjoy each other's company. Of course they respect each other. This is ridiculous.
Of course they respect each other because Mihawk went there to show Shanks Luffy's bounty. Yes. Is that it?
There's more.
Alright.
Alright. And is this and insults him in his face. And then we learn the reason why later on, because Shanks gave up on his potential for Luffy for the same reason that pisses me off.
Now, this man just watched Dritz's video. Clearly.
Is that what Dritz said?
Because this is all Dritz's points. Mihawk's mad at Shanks because he sacrificed his arm for the future. Therefore, he can't have a rivalry with Shanks.
But this is before this glorious chapter.
Indeed.
Where Shanks, Mihawk never fought Emperor Shanks, who surely...
What were we going to say? Did I say what?
Did you see the blush marks when Mihawk was drinking with Shanks? How is that not friendship? How is that not banter?
Yes. Keep going.
So it's not a lie or exaggerated that Mihawk is waiting for a person stronger than Shanks. Again, Vivid card. Again, data book. Again, thrown out the window.
Yep.
Because they've been proven to be wrong multiple times.
He only dueled not Emperor Shanks.
It's because Shanks isn't that strong. He willingly made sure of that. And it's not even...
How does he become an emperor with one arm? If he's not that strong. If he was stronger in the past. He's giving me blood.
This man's saying Mihawk's stronger than Emperor level. That's what this man's saying. This man is saying...
I like how Drizzt puts out a video that gets like 200,000 views.
Yeah.
And then becomes completely irrelevant the next week.
I mean, Drizzt is an irrelevant man.
Apparently he put out a video about Mihawk's strength, Zora's strength, or Shanks' strength.
You get the views.
He'd blow up. Anyway. I suggest this man start at chapter 1 and then read the next...
Read the mangas.
And then read 9...
Get the facts.
956 more.
Get the facts from the manga.
Yes.
Don't get it from Vivid cards.
Yeah.
Don't get it from data books. Don't get it from Dritz.
Because they're wrong. All three of those things are wrong.
All three of those things are wrong.
Dritz thinks One Piece is about destiny.
That's all you have to know.
That's all you have to know.
That's all you have to know. Shanks willingly gave up on his dream to become the best, to give it up to the next generation.
You don't know what his dream is.
Again, yeah.
You're just assuming.
No longer striving to be the best, and he can't be the best. But he became an emperor with one arm.
6 years ago.
6 years ago.
He has a will to stop wars.
Here's a question. Can a character who isn't trying to be the best in the rules of life? Where is this coming from? This is all spin.
This is, again, this is his interpretation of Dritz's video.
You know what you get? You get this. You get thrown out.
This is him taking the idea that Dritz brought up that the rivalry between Mihawk and Shanks is sullied, and Mihawk's upset because Shanks sacrificed his arm for a child and threw away their rivalry and some kind of promise they made. So this is this man's interpretation of that video. And assuming that...
You get nothing!
He's assuming that
you lose!
He's assuming that what Dritz says is true and canon material, which is, you know, could be, but just theory video, alright? You gotta think about things. Sometimes people merge theory videos with canon.
Let's go back.
Which happens a lot.
Let's go back to when the Jelly Jewels were stated.
Yeah.
In fucking Baradier. So long ago.
Daily Jewels with Mihawk. Was it Baradier? Or was it?
Because you recognize the hat. Is that right?
Whitebeard mentions it.
Sure, but it's been mentioned for ages.
Who knows when it was mentioned, or first mentioned?
Mihawk never fought Emperor Shanks. And that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Maybe Mihawk has never fought anyone stronger than Shanks. Maybe that's what that line means.
Yeah.
Why don't you interpret it that way? Mihawk has never found someone as strong as Shanks pre-Emperor.
Also, it never says Shanks lost.
Daily duels. Implying draws all the fucking time.
Yeah.
He never surpassed Shanks. Never surpassed Shanks. Why would they duel daily if Mihawk ever surpassed him?
And then he became an emperor with one arm.
It's time to make the How Strong is Shanks video.
Is Christian gonna do it?
To counter the Mihawk memes. Now,
You're gonna have to put it out, Christian, because there's so much blasphemy going on.
what's it gonna be called? How Strong is Shanks?
Just copy Dritz's title. It's like the terrifying
Of Shanks.
the terrifying strength of Shanks or whatever.
It's perfect timing. You
You're
know?
gonna have to do it as like
Right now.
quickly. You're gonna make a real video and you're not gonna do it. Why are you promising to people that you're gonna do it when you're not gonna do it?
Let's get those views, you know. But again, this chapter ruins that. And Dritz is gonna say it doesn't. But it
He
does.
says it's good, doesn't change any of the context. He's gonna say all those dumb words. Every time the official comes out, he says the same thing. It doesn't change the context when it clearly does.
From Gwyn of
we'll just move it
from
on.
Gwyn, alright?
Yeah.
I'll just move it on. Sword question. Do you guys think Shirahoshi's true identity was leaked to Drake? Because of the cover story. It's possible.
I think this is just one of those plot threads that
It's like cover story plot threads though.
it's not gonna go anywhere.
I don't know that it goes anywhere. Yeah. From Abekjur. Where is Fuji traveling to the calm belt Amazon Lily for Boa? It's not the calm belt, they need the paddle boats. There's no air current in the calm belts. So you need paddle steamboats, which they don't have. They're just finding a random sea creature. So no. Alright. From Lord Zarkon. Do you think we'll ever see any ancient weapons used? I think we will.
Shiroshi.
Shirahoshi's already been used. Pluton, yeah. I think Pluton's possible.
Perhaps in a flashback.
Sure.
I don't know. Also, we'll have to wait.
Then there you go, and there it is.
Those are all the questions.
It got blasphemous at the end. With the stupid... Like, why did it have to do this to Mihawk? I love Mihawk. Why did it have to be stupid about it?
Expectations have to be put in check because Vivre cards and data books are stupid. And this all started because of the Vivre cards and the data books. That's why it started.
Yep. Alright. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. Like, subscribe to the show.
If you want to ask questions, comments, on the
Community
video, community tab, Discord.
We are available on SoundCloud. We're available on Patreon. Give us money. You get the episode some hours early.
A few hours early.
And we look forward to next week. No break. Eric's back in Sydney next week.
Potential guests next week. We'll see.
They
What happens.
potential guests. Get excited for that. All right. And there it is.
Thanks to Good King.
Good night. He's fucking